players in a college venue. A perfect stage for our Game Night Live Game of the Week. Let's go.
A KSL Sports presentation. Game Night Live kicks off now. Sponsored by UCCU.
Welcome to Maverick Stadium at the Utah State University here in Logan. No, you're not watching a Utah State football game. This is high school football on Friday night. Friday Night Lights at Maverick Stadium. Jeremiah Jensen, Stevenson, Sylvester. Welcome to Game Night Live, and we got a great one for you tonight. For a battle royale between the Ridgeline Riverhawks and the Stansbury Stallions. Sly, both these teams have state title aspirations. Ridgeline won it 2 years ago with a perfect season. And they've had a lot of young players that are starting to grow up now. They feel they can do it again this year.
Yeah, no question. Stansbury knows that Ridgeline has what Stansbury wants. They want that state title. They've smelt it before Stansbury's gotten to. Plus, Stansbury had a rough week last week. You heard the coach. He iterated it multiple times earlier this week of how disappointed they were in their effort from last week. So they're looking to bounce back, and there's no better place to do it than here in Maverick Stadium.
Yeah, Ridgeline talks about how important it would be for this group, this opportunity, to win a state championship this season.
Close we were a year ago, and we've definitely fixed some of the things that weren't very good last year with that game. But overall, the expectations here are always to go play in that final game, and regardless of what happened last year, it's still the same goal, and that's kind of what we shoot for.
Win the chip. It's going to be a grind, but I think we can do it. We got a lot of hard work, probably just practice every day.
Teams running into the stadium right now. What a moment they will never forget. It's time to welcome in the third member of our broadcast crew. Mariluz Cook's down on the sidelines tonight, bringing us the action down there. Mariluz, this Stansbury team, licking their wounds a little bit. They're trying to bounce back.
Definitely. Stansbury certainly looking to bounce back tonight after a loss to Green Canyon, which included 3 scoreless quarters to start the game. What they learned from that loss that they're going to apply to tonight's game.
We kind of digressed from a effort level and an execution standpoint. We took a few steps backwards, and that certainly has to be something that we need to learn from, absolutely.
We're just taking practice more serious, coming in with a full head of steam, and just taking it more serious and, really going at it.
I'm hoping to see some more players emerge from their shells, coming out, being the team leader. I want to see more leadership.
We were talking to them earlier this week. The disappointment was definitely palpable, but I know that definitely can serve as a good source of motivation. So looking forward to seeing what they put together tonight. Back to you guys.
Mariluz, thank you. 2 highly motivated teams here tonight. Stansbury, Sly, wants to make up for that loss last week. That's not who they are, they say. That's not a loss they're going to allow to define them. For Ridgeline, this is special because this is a Cache Valley school, and for many of these players, it's their dream to play at Utah State University. Not all of them are going to get that chance, but tonight they get a chance to play on the turf here. Merlin Olsen Field. What a special moment for the Ridgeline Riverhawks to be able to do something they've dreamed of doing their entire lives.
Yeah, I mean, I think about it all the time. When I was playing in high school, it was a dream to play on a big stadium like this, big stage like this, and these guys are being able to do it. In high school, they got to take advantage of the moment. They know how big this is, but talking to Coach Cox earlier today, he's like, we played at SUU, we played at Utah. This moment doesn't scare us. We know exactly what it is, but this is big time right here for these guys to be on this stage in this moment in this big battle.
We got a coin toss at the middle of the field here. Let's see who wins the coin toss. Ridgeline wins it. They will defer. So Stansbury gets their first choice. Here we go. Ridgeline defers. Stansbury will receive. They will go from north to south here on Merlin Olsen Field.
Have you ever seen someone lose the coin toss and still kick it?
If that ever happened, the captains who made that choice should never go out to the center of the field.
They're not captains
again
anymore.
You are fired.
You are a sideline captain. That is what you are. You are not a coin toss captain.
Yeah, that would be a disaster. But deferring is obviously something that is the trend these days at all levels.
Might be a psychological warfare, too. It's like, I don't even want the ball. I want my defense out there in both hats.
Absolutely it is. Plus, I think a lot of teams would rather come out in the second half with their offense.
Yeah. Yes, that's always the strategy. You win the coin toss, you kick to start the game, put your defense on the field, stop their offense. It's a momentum thing. You don't want another team to gather momentum. And often how it goes as far as series to series, the person who wins the coin toss and defers to the second half, you oftentimes have the ball at the end of the first half, which will give you momentum going into halftime and as you start your first drive in the second half.
Two seniors back to receive the kickoff for Stansbury. Number 5, Bracken Matthews, and number 10, Camden Hadlock.
It's a beautiful day out here. I mean, we're shining. The sun is shining right on us, but it's warm. It's perfect. I know these guys are feeling it, too. Good football weather. Always got to do good football weather.
I'm always going to enjoy a warm August day here at Maverick Stadium to make up for those cold November days when I got to be up here. I've been here many times when it's frigid. First college football game I ever went to was in this stadium.
What year?
Back in 1985.
85.
My dad brought me and my brother down here. We watched BYU and Utah State.
Ooh.
The game was over by halftime. It was so cold, we went to a friend's house to watch the second half. But my first game, grew up 2 hours from here in Star Valley, Wyoming.
What's that matchup
stadium
called? Is that the boot? Is that the Beehive boot matchup?
That's the old wagon wheel.
Wagon wheel.
Yes. Hopefully that rivalry will continue.
Oh!
Onside kick right out of the gate.
Oh, he
It's
lost
loose.
it. He had it and lost it. Oh, and Ridgeline says they got it.
Wow.
Oh,
right out of the gate.
That is great.
The recovery is made by number 16.
So, honestly,
Bronco
JJ.
Galloway, and the kicker was Aaron Young. Aaron Young executed that perfectly.
So it was just like Stansbury did decide to kick it, and they lost the coin toss.
This is the worst case scenario for Stansbury.
Worst case. But these guys,
right out of the gate, 4 seconds in, and we have this. Ridgeline with a bold statement right out of the gate, and they're going to get the ball first here.
Yeah, well, they are not messing around. They're coming in here with a mission. They understand what it is. I'm telling you, this whole first drive is already game plan. They know exactly what they're going to do. Expect extreme aggressiveness here on this first drive from Ridgeline.
Nate Dowley's the quarterback, number 8, the sophomore. His first pass is completed. The catch is made by number 4, Trace Dustin.
Yeah, go 3-by-1 on the strong side there, and you're always going to get one-on-one, easy on the backside. All your quarterback needs to do is read that linebacker. Is that linebacker in the window? Do I wait a half a second, or do I fire it in there? He waited a half a second for that linebacker to pass that window. Got the completion. First down.
Ridgeline already at the Stansbury 32. 1st and 10. Dowley flushed out of the pocket. Is going to try to dump it down. And it is incomplete.
Which is a good thing.
Receiver, number 23, J.T. White.
It's a good thing. Don't catch that. That's a loss. It's a 4-yard loss that you don't need to have. But good pressure. I'm telling you what, I was watching Valicini Vaca in practice.
Yes.
He is a monster. He is going to be in the backfield all day long. Make sure you guys pay attention to number 70 for Stansbury. He's going to be in the backfield all day long. He's going to get a lot of holding calls from this offense. He is so hard to handle. He's got a great bull rush from that nose guard position, but he's going to be all over Dowley in this one.
Look at that front for Stansbury. Also, number 72, Xavier Gagne. They are big up front. J.T. White on the carry. He's got a gap in the middle. He finds it. It's a positive gain down to the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
It's good. It's a good pickup of 6 on the first down. Great job. Great eyes here by J.T. White over to making sure that he gets north and south. Don't be juking around so much. When you're doing an inside run, there's none of that juking business. You got to get up the field, and he does a great job of getting 6 yards on first down.
Dowley with White in the backfield. He's going to pass.
Yep,
going for the end zone. Too much on.
That's exactly what I was going to do.
It was Carson Cox.
What I would have done right there. Take a shot at the end zone. It's a control down, 2nd and 4. You can do whatever you want. Now it's 3rd and 4. Still manageable 3rd down here. But take advantage of the outside. Stansbury stacking the box, trying to take away the run. Attack him on the outside. Just need a little bit more accurate throw there. That would have been a completion.
Cox, a 6'5", 205-pound wide receiver. He's got a college body. Daly on 3rd and 4. He's going to hand it off. White tries to get to the marker. He's not going to get there, but we got a flag on the play.
That looks like holding.
That is definitely in that area where you're going to see offensive holding. Let's wait for the call.
But what do you do here? Do you back him up, kick him out of kicking range, and take another gaff at 3rd down, or do you decline it and go to 4th down?
That's a tough call knowing how good Daly is with their pass game.
Whoa. Did he call offsides? Oh, must have been an illegal formation.
So
Sorry.
back it up to the 26-yard line.
I didn't get that call. I thought it was holding. I'm not sure that was holding. Well, anyways, it's against Ridgeline, so they can take another gaff out of here. Normally in these situations, you get a screen. So here you got 2 tight ends in tight. Which screen you're going to get? You run.
Daly takes another shot to the end zone. It's incomplete. Again, intended for Cox. Yeah. Same play, same result. Incomplete.
That was a screen and go right there. They faked the wheel out right there, the little bubble. They fake the bubble, and they take a shot outside. Cox is trying to pull these balls in with the one hand. He's just got to go up there with 2 hands and get it. Look at this. He's going with the one hand. He's got to jump. He's 6'5". If he jumps over the defender, one, you have the possibility of getting a defensive PI, or you make a miraculous catch and get in the end zone. He's got to jump and go get it.
Aaron Young will attempt a 43-yard field goal.
Oh.
The snap is not handled. Trace Dustin tries to make something of it, and he can't. So the onside kick recovery does not lead to points for the Ridgeline Riverhawks. Another look here at the chaos.
Well, great job by this Stansbury defense at standing up after the quick miscue on special teams to start the game. They did a great job right there of making some plays, really aggressive. Now you get to see this all-star running back, Tyson Ferry. I'm telling you, this guy's averaging almost 180 yards a game right now. As a sophomore, he's got wheels on him. That guy can definitely burn, and you're going to see it in this game. I'm thinking on this first drive, you're going to get a heavy dose of Tyson Ferry.
Ferry behind Coleman Dearden, the quarterback. It's going to be a handoff to Ferry. Ferry breaks the tackle right up the middle. Ferry for big yards. Near midfield, down to the 49-yard line. That's an 18-yard gain for Tyson Ferry, and they're going to go quick.
Yep.
No huddle here.
This is the Stansbury offense we're used to. They get a lot of different demeanor than they've had the last couple weeks, and that's what Coach is focused on this week in practice.
Ferry again does not get anywhere this time. No gain. That'll slow things down a bit, so Ridgeline will catch their breath here.
No huddle.
This Stansbury offense put up a lot of points last year. They're trying to get that magic back. There's a lot of youth on this team. They're trying to figure all that out. Ferry again, up the middle, close to the first down marker. He's just short. Down to the 42 is where they'll mark him down. A gain of 8.
They'll hit you with run, and then go right over the top. Once they see an ISO coverage on the outside, that's when they're going to hit you over the top.
They give him 9, 3rd and 1. Now the play clock begins. Stallions on the move. Dearden's going to throw for the first time. That's way too high. And the intended receiver was Bracken Matthews.
Smart throw. Even a completion there wouldn't have been good. You would have got your receiver hit, and for no gain. Way to overthrow it.
2nd and 10. Ooh, bad snap. It's loose. It's picked up. Ridgeline has it. We got a turnover.
Wow. Wow. Is this the type of game we're going to have?
Cooper Clark, the linebacker, the 6-foot sophomore, comes up with the loose ball.
Big play. Good awareness there at noticing the ball going over the top of the head of the quarterback, picking it up. One broken tackle, and he's in the end zone.
Yeah, Dearden grabbed him. Otherwise, he's gone.
Yeah.
So Stansbury fortunate that wasn't worse, but that is not the start their offense wanted, especially after that great run by Ferry. So Ridgeline on their second possession now. From midfield,
oh,
another
fumble ball.
Snap.
Oh.
That ball is slippery tonight for some reason.
Hey, I seen guys slipping on the field. Now we're seeing the ball getting all over the place.
Stansbury had trouble with that onside kick attempt. Could not wrap it up. That's three bad snaps. One on special teams and then two here. So it's a little loose here for both teams at the start. Maybe a little bit of nerves playing in this stadium. They can't be nervous about being on Game Night Live, can they?
No, I mean, Coach Albert didn't even know until we told him.
Trips left, Daly. Catch is made by White. He's loose. Past the 50, down to the 46-yard line. That's where they'll mark him down. So he picks up some of those lost yards in the bad snap. White's pretty shifty.
Yes, he is. It's a great pickup right there on second down. They got about 7-8 yards on that. Now it's 3rd and 8, 3rd and long. Again, this is screen territory right here. You're at the 45-yard line. Now you're going a 3-by-1 set. You're a running back screen here to the boundary.
3rd and 8. Daly looking left. Has to escape the pocket. Fires and misses.
Great defense.
Crew Jones was the intended receiver, the 6'3", 210-pound freshman. Keep your eye on Jones throughout the night. You can't miss him.
No.
It's a big target for Daly.
Yeah, he is a beast. Great job escaping the pocket. He's just going to his right hand as a left-handed quarterback. It's kind of tough.
So 4th and 8. Ridgeline appears to be going for it. See if Daly actually throws it. Sometimes you see a little pooch punt here. Ben Roethlisberger style. And that's what they'll do. Daly kicks it down, tries to get it inside the 10, and it's going to go out not quite where they want it. But it is inside the 20. He's going to mark it.
Oh.
He's going to walk it up right to the 10-yard line.
That is a good spot, I'll tell you that much. Ridgeline got a good spot on that because I believe that thing was out of bounds before it hit out of bounds.
I think Ridgeline will take that. They'll pin Stansbury down at the 10-yard line, and that's where Dearden and company will start their second offensive possession. This offense trying to find their groove. Really frustrating game against Green Canyon after a nice opener against Snow Canyon.
Right.
But they struggled in the pass game. 2 pick sixes in that Green Canyon game were the difference. And 3 scoreless quarters. They're trying to find themselves right now. Ferry has delivered the running back position, but they've had a hard time finding the end zone. It's some illegal procedure there.
Great job with the snap count. It's a free 5 yards. You got to take that.
That's offside.
Yes. Now you really are in control here to do whatever you want, right? You know, it's 1st and 5. You got 3 downs to get 5 yards. You can do play action here, go over the top, or stay with what you know. Hand it off to Tyson Ferry.
That's what they'll do. Ferry's going to run it again. Finds a crease, but doesn't get too far. Out to about the 19-yard line is where they'll spot him. So he's a little short.
Yeah, Tyson Ferry, he's a beast. When you see him, he's like a rock. He's not the tallest guy, but he's like a rock. He looks like Drew Holiday in the face, but he runs like LaDainian Tomlinson.
Up the middle, that should be enough for the first down.
Great straight ahead running.
I got one for you. Maurice Jones-Drew. He's got a little bit of that in him.
Shiftiness in the box, I agree, yeah. MJD.
Dearden over the middle. Oh. It's incomplete. It was there. Could not make the connection with Noah Nunley.
It's like he wasn't ready for it. That was perfect. He waited just like Ridgeline did. He waited for the window to come open. I just don't think Noah was ready for that. He's got to be ready to go on that slant route.
These guys are still trying to figure out the pass offense. Another high snap. It's controlled. Ferry is just bottled right up.
They're getting automatic penetration on that defensive line. The Riverhawks are getting back in. So Stansbury, every time they pull, they got that 3 technique. It's trailing right behind that guard and not allowing anything to happen right there. Stansbury has to use that aggressiveness against them.
3rd and 11. Dearden looking over the middle. A little too high, almost intercepted. Yeah. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Yeah, this pass offense for Stansbury is
abysmal.
They got to figure it out.
Yeah.
It's just their timing seems off. And, this is a new group. Mm-hmm. And they're young. Dearden's a junior. A lot of these receivers are juniors. Seniors, they got to make the connection.
Yeah,
they had the same guys running this offense the last 3 years, and they did such a marvelous job. Last year, they averaged 50 points a game plus. We got to figure it out. Ferry's going to punt. Nice punt. Fair caught at the 41-yard line. So that's where Ridgeline will start their next possession. 6:23 left to go here, first quarter. We'll take our first break on Game Night Live.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Moving mountains takes more than muscle. It takes commitment through the comfortable, the uncomfortable, the starts, the stops, the sunny days, the stormy days. Here at Salt Lake Running Company, rain or shine, we've got you. We are here to help you keep moving forward. Locally owned, locally operated.
Welcome back to first quarter action on Game Night Live. Dally rolls left, throws, and can't make the catch. Number 21, the intended receiver, was Sam Peterson. The 5'8", 170-pound senior.
Great coverage there by Exabaya Patch. As soon as he was going to catch that, he was going to get hit, which will jar the ball loose or make sure that he remembers not to come over the middle again.
2nd down and 10 from the 40. Dowley's looking for Cox. Nobody's going to go shorter than that. Catch is made. First down. Hunter Knighton with the catch. A sophomore, 6'2", 185. They got a lot of size at the receiver position.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Big receivers. You can see why they went over the top a couple times here. It's only a matter of time before they connect on one of those big plays.
1st down and 10. Ridgeline crosses midfield. They're at the Stansbury 49-yard line. Man in motion. Dowley's going to hand it off to White. He's got a lead blocker. Guard pulled, but he couldn't find enough of a crease to get into open space. Stansbury makes the tackle. Not before they give him about 7 yards in the game.
It's a good first carry there. That was a great play call right there. Great execution by Ridgeline. If you can get more than 3.5 yards on a rushing play, that's success, and they got 7 there. 2nd down and 4 here.
See if they take a shot on 2nd and 4. They shift the formation. Dowley's going to hand it off to White. He's in trouble. He is wrapped up. You talked about him already. Falnisi Vaca.
He
bottles him up.
He is a monster, man. He is one of those nose tackles that me as linebackers, we love to have. He is a disruptor in that backfield. He's a stalemate at that line of scrimmage, and he gets extreme penetration on both running plays and passing plays. Vaca is a beast. He's going to be a headache for this Ridgeline offense. He plays offensive line as well, so he's lead blocking on a lot of those run plays for Ferry.
Dowley's going to hand off again. White has a crease. Breaks free to the 30, inside the 30, down to the 27-yard line. First down, Riverhawks.
It's a touchdown saving tackle right there by Bracken Matthews. But look how J.T. White hits this hole. He hits this hole with aggression because it's a small window of opportunity here. Bang! And then he gets right out of there and breaks the tackle. Gets a big gain for Ridgeline. Riverhawks are moving the ball. It just seems like once they get down in this red zone area, they make a few mistakes. It's their star, Easton Baker, has to go to the sideline. student section getting into it.
Letting the Illinois commit have it. All in good fun. First and 10 from the 27. Dally throws it into traffic. It's incomplete. Intended for Hunter Knight.
I like the way Dowley throws the ball. He's not scared. He knows exactly where he wants to go. I'm telling you what, and he's a sophomore. He's a sophomore.
Yeah.
So this is back-to-back-to-back weeks of sophomore quarterbacks that are highly impressive.
Yeah.
That 2026 class, man.
it's legit. There's a lot of good players in this state in the class of 2026.
Yeah.
Dally started last year as a freshman, and their offense struggled last year, but they think it's going to pay off here in the future with Dally under center. Taking a shot, wide open, caught! Oh, it's dropped! It's dropped. He had it for a moment. Hunter Knighton had no one in front of him. He had a touchdown, but he could not hold on.
That was one of those tight end slips down and comes free on the backside plays. You run everybody to the strong side, and the defense gets discombobulated, thinks it's going on the strong side. You pick somebody out to the backside. He was in the end zone before he caught it.
Oh.
He was in the end zone before he caught it there. Now it's 3rd and long. This is exactly what's been happening. It's very unfortunate.
Instead of a touchdown, they got 3rd and long here, which is not going to be easy against the Stansbury defense.
They've had a couple shots.
They're going to call a timeout and talk it over. Timeout. So Ridgeline takes a timeout. So will we with 3:43 left to play first quarter. We are scoreless at Maverick Stadium.
If you want to avoid your AC breaking down this summer, the best thing you can do is stay on top of your AC's annual maintenance. But if you do find yourself with an air conditioner blowing hot air, Any Hour Services technicians service all brands, and they can usually get to you pretty quick. Call Any Hour Services or schedule online at anyhour.com. Whether you need maintenance, repair, or replacement, the technicians at Any Hour Services can help you keep your home comfortable all summer long. Call Any Hour Services or schedule online at anyhour.com. No one helps more homeowners than Any Hour Services.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Welcome back to Maverick Stadium, Merlin Olsen Field. A great opportunity for these high school players to play football in a college stadium, the home of the Utah State Aggies, who kick off the season a week from Saturday against the Iowa Hawkeyes. College football is almost here, but for now, let's get back to the high school football. Ridgeline 3rd and 10 from the Stansbury 27. Dowley's going to throw. The rush is on. He has to escape the pocket. It's tipped and incomplete.
Looking for his big freshman tight end, Crew Jones, on that right there. As you said, he's a big target there for Dowley.
Easton Baker knocking the ball away in front of the Ridgeline student section. It was just giving him a hard time. I'm sure that felt good for Easton.
Yeah, definitely. It's got to be fun for who, right?
Yes. All right. A 45-yard attempt by Aaron Young, the junior kicker. They had a snap problem last time. Let's see if they can make it work this time. 45 yards. It's down. The kick is up.
No good.
It is.
Oh.
No good. It's to the left.
Yeah. You're having some special teams issues here.
No points so far for either team. With 3:33 remaining first quarter, we'll keep it here as the possession changes.
So that's a lot. I mean, just in the first quarter, and there's still 3 minutes left. Each of these teams has had 3 possessions.
Yes, they have.
That's more than what we've seen that first week against Davis.
Yeah. When Lehigh had 4 possessions in the first half.
Oh, man.
Crazy.
That was nuts. But it's been a good exchange. It's been fairly equal. They're both making mistakes here. But, no team has seemed to be able to punch it into the end zone or through the field goal post here. And Stansbury, besides those couple runs by Ferry, has been oblivious right now.
If Stansbury can figure things out in the pass game, this team's dangerous. Dearden, they're going to try it again, taking another shot down the middle. That's a catch. It's made outside the 30. He's going to work his way past the 35 down to the 37-yard line.
No huddle, no huddle. Great job right here.
That catch was made by Luke Rich. Luke Rich, the receiver. 1st and 10 from the 37. Quick out, Ferry. Makes a nice cut. Back inside. He's
Great
stuck.
tackle. Great tackle.
Will Graham.
All over the place, wearing that big number 77 at the middle linebacker position. Does a great job of following Ferry out to the flat and taking away that cutback and making a beautiful, beautiful tackle on the football.
That's exactly how they teach you to do it.
Yes. Drive your feet. Because we know Ferry, he's a powerful running back. He's short and stocky, but he keeps those legs pumping. So if you're not pumping your legs,
you're not going to be able to arm tackle Ferry. He's
no.
Strong and elusive.
Right.
You got to drive through him and put him on the ground. He did just that, and we got to add some yards to the end of this. I did not catch the call, but obviously a post-whistle foul. And that's going to give him 15 more yards. And Stansbury is now at the Ridgeline, 47-yard line, 1st and 10. Dearden's going to hand off to Ferry. Makes a cut and gets down to the 33.
It's a good pickup right there.
Gain of 4.
No huddle.
Trips to the right. Ferry again. Gets to about the 40, so that's 3rd and short. About 3 yards to go.
Good 3-yard average on those 2 plays. Ooh.
They got him. That's going to give him a 1st down.
Encroachment.
Trey Purser got caught. Nose tackle. Jumping into the neutral zone. So Stansbury gets an easy 1st down. 1st and 10 from the 35. Ferry in motion. Dearden's going to throw it outside, and it's through the hands of Bracken Matthews. They are.
There's got to be some nerves or something. The ball's just going straight through their hands. It's not bad footballs. Dearden's getting the ball there. They just are not clasping the ball. I don't know what's going on.
2nd down, Dearden. He's going to throw it outside. The catch is made this time by Bracken Matthews. He can't get too far.
About 3 yards on that. It's a great play call. Stansbury did this play that I really love. It's that motion lead toss. That was very similar, but this was coming from the backside slot position. Motioned him all the way to the front side. And throw that lead play right there. Just a great tackle by Ridgeline.
Ferry again. Can't get outside like he wanted to, and he's taken down by number 40. That's Crew Jones, the freshman.
As you said, Ridgeline continues to get great penetration in the backfield. They are stopping any running play before it even starts.
Dearden looks back at the sideline. Gets a new play. It's 4th down and 5. 4th down for Stansbury. Dearden's going to take a shot, and the catch is made at the 20. Exavia Patch with the catch. His first catch of the game.
Look how Dearden steps up into the pocket and, put some muscle behind that right there to get that ball there. Great job, great completion, great way to pick up the 1st down.
Dearden need that, and this offense needed that.
Yes.
From the 21. Ferry with a short gain.
It's a tough 1 yard on there.
They're not going to let Ferry beat him. They're going to force Stansbury to beat him with the pass. Especially after that first run of the game, you can see what Ferry is able to do.
Yes. When he gets into the open field.
They are really keying on Ferry and daring Stansbury to pass all night.
Well, what they're doing there is they're putting a big body over the center, Taylor Toth, right there, and that's really causing some issues as far as the penetration goes with that guard pool.
Ferry again, and again he goes down. Not much of a gain there.
Some great game plan by Ridgeline right there. They're putting 2 outside linebackers right on the outsides of the ends, and they're seeing which guard pulls. If the guard pulls away from you, shoot that gap. If the guard pulls to you, come up and set the edge.
That brings us to the end of the first quarter. No score after 12 minutes. We will flip the field, and Stansbury will be facing a 3rd and 11 from the 22. Let's go down to Mariluz Cook down on the sidelines.
Thanks, Jeremiah. Certainly a lot of youth on this Stansbury team, like we're seeing after they lost nearly a dozen seniors last season. Certainly, though, molding a young team begins with the quarterback.
Need to start molding things towards him and what he does well, and that takes some game time to figure that out. And hopefully that's what's happening right now in these first 2 to 3 games, and then we can just really start honing in on being on who we are. And it's going to be different than years past. Not a whole lot different, but it's high school football. You have to adjust.
A lot of pressure, I'm sure, on the shoulders of that young quarterback, Coleman Dearden. So we'll look forward to what he continues to do tonight. Back to you guys.
Mariluz, thank you. You saw him in the first quarter. You can see there's a lot of new here.
Yes.
And he's a junior, and he's getting his feet wet. He hasn't had a lot of help from the receivers. Once they get this figured out, though, the Stansbury team is going to be outstanding offensively.
Well, we've always known Stansbury to be very dynamic. All the years that we've seen them when they made their run to the state championship, state finals, they've always had a dynamic offense. As you said, last year they scored a lot of points. As you can see, they go no huddle. They put a lot of pressure on your defense. So when they do get it together, it's going to be nice.
Ferry with the run on 3rd and 6. It's close. Very, very close.
Trying to catch him offsides again. Go 4th and 4 here.
From the 14-yard line, 4th and 3. And Stansbury's going to take a timeout. They're going to talk this over.
Do we kick the field goal or do we go for it? How aggressive do we want to be?
So it all depends on how confident they are in their kick game. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back with the 4th down attempt by Stansbury right after this.
I love my new Blazer. It's cute and comfortable, very quiet, and drives really good in any weather condition. My experience buying it here at John Watson Chevrolet was super awesome. Everyone was really friendly. I didn't feel a ton of pressure, and they helped me get the exact Blazer that I wanted. Definitely a 5-star experience.
John Watson Chevrolet, your 5-star Chevy dealer.
I would give them 6 or 7 stars if I could.
Welcome back to Maverick Stadium, Merlin Olsen Field, Stansbury and Ridgeline. No score, 11:28 to go, second quarter, and Stansbury will kick the field goal. It's from 31 yards away. Looking for the first score of the game. The kick is up.
Nice kick.
It is no good. It is to the left.
Oh, man, he had great height.
The attempt by Luke Daines is no good. So we remain scoreless.
Goose egg, both sides.
We will change possession here. Ridgeline's offense will come back on the field. Stansbury's defense back out.
I know it's goose egg on both sides, but would you call this a defensive game?
It's the old Bronco Mendenhall bend but don't break.
Okay.
Is what I would call it. Both offenses have been successful moving the ball into the red zone, but they can't finish, and you got to give credit to the defenses for that. Now, granted, we had a drop for a touchdown down here.
Yeah.
Stansbury's been close, but give credit to both defenses for bending but not breaking. Ridgeline's turn. White up the middle. Gets a couple before he's brought down. He was just a shoestring tackle away from getting into the secondary. It's JT White on the carry. Second down is 6. See Vaca with another tackle.
Is this considered a home game? You know, even though it's a different stadium, do you still get that home vibe? I know it's close proximity for your fans, but it's a very foreign area.
The student section's pretty live. I'll give you that. Oh, trouble on the exchange. It's loose, and Dowley's going to pick it up and try to get what he can out to the 24.
Got positive gain out of that.
Seen the ball on the ground quite a bit.
A lot in the first half of a game here. That's the hard part about that option offense. Sometimes the running back doesn't know, are you trying to keep it or are you trying to give it? That's why if the quarterback's going to give it, you got to put it in there for him. So it's firm. There was definitely miscommunication on that handoff.
Third down and 6 from the 24. Dowley over the middle. Ooh, tipped up, almost intercepted.
Great defense.
Number 14 with the breakup. Mason Maxwell, the outside linebacker, with the deflection.
It's great defense, great position there by the linebacker. You want to keep him on your upfield hip, but stay tight on it. Make that a hard throw and catch. Have your safety over the top for safety. Great defense right there.
Bracken Matthews deep for Stansbury to receive the punt. Back all the way to his own 36-yard line. Trace Dustin with the punt. And a fair catch at the 38. That's where the Stallions will begin their next possession.
Interesting. It's kind of hard for coordinators, right? It's frustrating, but hey, it's 0-0. The game just started, essentially. There's nothing bad, okay? There's just some things that haven't worked out, but we're not behind the ball. Their offense isn't doing anything. Our defense is keeping us in it, right? And it's exactly what Easton Baker told us earlier this week. He's like, we just need to do better. We got to do better. We're better effort. We're better than what we played last week against Green Canyon. And they have been. The defense has been on point today for Stansbury. But this offense, they got to click for both teams. Both teams, once they get it, I think it's going to be an explosive second half.
Dearden's going to throw.
RPO.
He finds a guy in the seam down to the 45-yard line of Ridgeline.
He had to loft that ball.
Camden Hadlock.
He had to loft that ball because he wasn't looking yet. He's like, hurry up, look, hot. I got pressure in my face, so he lofted it to the outside shoulder. Great connection.
It worked, their biggest pass play gain of the game until there. Another first down. That catch made by Noah Nunley.
This RPO game's working extremely well. No huddle here. They're going to catch him. They're going to catch him here. Substitution.
Dearden finding a rhythm.
Oh.
They missed an opportunity to get a penalty there.
All right, I would have just hiked it just because.
They'll reset and get the play. Stallions finding a groove here, but that red zone's been a problem. Ferry breaks to the outside, cuts it up, inside the 20 down to the 10-yard line. Tyson Ferry has the Stallions knocking on the door.
Do you see how shifty he is? He set up that block great. Honestly, it's like Ty Jordan.
Ty Jordan is
with his stature. The way
Utah fans, he does look just like Ty Jordan. Dearden going to the end zone way too high. Incomplete.
Double coverage there. But he is so shifty. He does a great job of setting up his blockers inside and then burst outside. And I'm telling you, this is where he gets a lot of his yards. Once he gets in the open field, you might as well say goodbye.
Yeah.
You are not catching him.
Cooper Clark, the sophomore linebacker, saved the touchdown there. Otherwise, Ferry would have been in the end zone celebrating right now. Dearden's going to hand off to Ferry up the middle. Too many blue shirts there to get him. That'll bring up third down. Gain of about 2. Third and goal from the 8. This is where both teams have had trouble. Dearden is going to throw it. In the pocket, throws it outside. It's caught! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Stansbury. Caden Hadlock with the touchdown. And the Stallions are on the board.
Starting to click now, right? That hurry-up offense puts defense in in a complex here, but great job. 2 big catches there by Caden Hadlock on this drive. There, gets into the end zone easily. Great play call there by Stansbury.
Caden Hadlock with an 8-yard touchdown reception, the extra point attempt. Another short snap. It is up and good, and the Stansbury Stallions, after 4 scoreless quarters, find the end zone to take a 7-0 lead with 8:11 left to play in the half. Another look at the touchdown.
Great job right here. Coming from the other side of the field, straight over route. Right under the linebackers right there, coming free. Very hard for a middle linebacker to catch a receiver going full speed on a crossing route right there. That's why you have to anticipate the receiver coming across your face there. Great job right there by Stansbury. Great execution. Caden Hadlock with the touchdown. Game's first points. All right, that might be the thing. Might see a flurry of points here.
So Ridgeline played 6A Riverton last week on their home field. Ridgeline High School. They fell behind 21-7. Gave up 3 early touchdowns. They came back to win 25-21. So they were just in this position last week where they were down early, and by even more than 7. So
yeah.
This team has already shown resilience this year against a
6A opponent.
Big school opponent. Let's see what they can do here. Luke Daines will kick off.
Offsides. Offsides on the kicking team. We got to re-kick it.
Fair number of penalties here, but not quite like last week.
Oh, yeah. Last week was brutal.
That entire officiating crew had to buy new yellow flags. They wore them out last week.
It was crazy. They had 2 flags on them. They had one in their pocket and one in their waist. It's kind of like, you get a flag, you get a flag, you get a flag. It's going crazy last week.
We'll try this again. It's clean. The kick can be returned. There's a lane. He couldn't find it. It closed up quick, and the Stallions do the job. Decent return out to the 25-yard line. That's where Ridgeline will begin this drive. They'll give him the 26. Cooper Clark with the return.
Let's see if Ridgeline responds or Stansbury keeps at it. They've had a great defensive performance thus far. Great penetration in the backfield. Great defensive coverage.
The new running back into the game.
Again.
Sorry, that's White. That was White.
Alnisi Vaca, man, he's a beast, rotating from the nose guard to the 3-tackle. Three position there, just causing havoc all over the place.
Ridgeline trying to speed up the tempo here as well. Dally going to pass over the middle. Caught. Past the 40. Down to the 43, 44-yard line. Hunter Knighton with the catch.
RPO game. RPO game is working very nicely.
Ridgeline finding a rhythm. Catch is made. Ooh, big hit. He bounces off of it. He absorbed that hit and kept going. Ouch. Sam Peterson with the catch, and he paid a price.
Great throw. Bam. Way to keep your feet moving. That's why you got to wrap up all the way.
Exavaya Patch delivered the pain, but he got to wrap it up like you say, Sly. Doesn't do much good to just bounce off. White making his way past midfield.
Great job following the blockers. I believe he picked
right
up
at the first down mark.
Yep, first down.
That'll move the chains. 1st and 10, Riverhawks. Clock down to 6 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the first half. How cool is this, Sly? These kids getting to play in a college football stadium in a regular season game. They'll never forget this. Ridgeline's going to take a timeout. With 6:19, we're going to take a timeout as well. We'll pick this drive up when we come back. 2nd and 4, Ridgeline from the 46.
Salt Lake Running Company is inspiring our community to move with purpose, embrace adventure, and consciously connect to their bodies. Exercise is essential, now more than ever. Take control of the chaos and make time for you. From the gym to the trail, SLRC can help you find the focus to define your finish line. Visit any of our locations along the Wasatch Front or shop online at slrc.com.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer or stop by any branch.
Back to Mavericks Stadium, 6:19 left first half. White on the carry, didn't get much. About 2-3 yards. They're given 2. Danes with the tackle. 2nd and 8 from the 44.
.550 left in the first half.
Dally play action, looking deep, takes a shot.
Got him.
Down the middle, Cox, catch is made inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line. They'll mark him at the 8. That's a 36-yard gain.
Carson Cox was wide open. They were going for it all here. He's got to put a little bit more on it. The receiver had to come back and get it. He should have left that ball right in the end zone. Great pickup now. Now this is where everybody's had trouble, right? We're here on the 8-yard line here. Crossing routes are big to have here.
Stansbury solved the puzzle moments ago. Ridgeline will try to do the same here. From the 8, 1st and goal. Dowley's going to go under center.
Heavy formation.
Takes the snap, and we've got whistle.
Delay again?
They didn't get the playoff in time.
That's weird.
That'll move it back to the 13. Still 1st and goal. The degree of difficulty goes up. Got to get 13 to get in. Clock is stopped at 5:07 in the 2nd quarter. Tight formation here from Ridgeline. Now they're going to go motion. Oh, man, there is some frustration out there.
Well, this is early season woes right there.
Trying to get some, at least they're communicating.
Yes, for sure.
I don't think there was any need for translation there.
I think they got the point across there on that. You know, I messed up. All right, next play, let's go. No more penalties. I think they want to get into the end zone there.
No question. I think that they'd like their offense to be a little more
together,
crisp here.
Yeah.
And they're not up to their standard. Travis Cox, the head coach at Ridgeline, played his college football right here at Maverick Stadium, back then known as Romney Stadium. His record as the head coach at Ridgeline, 32-7.
Wow.
In 4 seasons. Remarkable. Trying to add to that total tonight. Dally. Play action. Looking in the end zone. Now the rush comes. He's got to flush out of the pocket. Throws it into the end zone, incomplete. Double coverage wasn't there.
So hard to throw to your offhand side there. Rolls out to the right as a lefty. Have to really cock it back right there and try to get it into Cox. But here, yeah, that's a tough throw. Good thing for him, it was an incomplete pass.
second down and goal from the 13. They got 3 more shots at it, unless they want to kick a field goal. I don't think that's what they're looking for here.
No.
Man in motion. Dally. He's got time. There's 2 flags on the play. He's just going to throw it up, and it's caught. Down to the 5. Same player that was in motion. That was Graham Livingston, the sophomore. Dally and Livingston have been doing this for a long time together. Both sophomores. Let's see what the penalty is. Livingston's down to the 5. They may want to take this penalty.
And we're trying to do, definitely take the penalty. You save it down, and it might be an automatic first down on the degree of what it is.
Second down.
They were trying to run a screen and go, so they called defensive holding.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's not an automatic first down, but it is half the distance to the goal. So they get to repeat second down from the 5-yard line here. Yeah.
Ridgeline up to the line of scrimmage. Second and goal from the 5. Loaded backfield. Dowley's going to hand it off to J.T. White. Up the middle. He's close.
Ooh.
Just short. They mark him just inches short of the goal line. So now they'll face a 3rd and inches. Inches from the goal line. Let's see what they do here. 2 downs to get about 6 inches. Another tight formation. Dally might sneak it in. Nope, he's going to give it off to White. Bounces outside into the end zone. Touchdown. J.T. White and the Ridgeline Riverhawks are on the board.
See, these offenses got it together. That's nice to see. They put points up here. If they can get a stop on the other end, they got an opportunity to take the ball again and put some points up before halftime, and they get the ball in the second half. Great execution by Ridgeline, but you can see why Coach Cox was very frustrated with their penalty inconsistencies on that drive.
The extra point is good. We are tied up at 7 apiece. 4:11 left to play here. Second quarter, another look at the J.T. White touchdown.
Break tackle.
Nice block there by the tight ends. Number 40. Crew Jones, the 6'3", 210-pound freshman tight end. He did his job there, and it gave White enough room to bounce out there and get it across the goal line for 6.
Great job right there. Not getting too crazy with the play calling. Still mixing in your run. Still mixing in your pass. As you said last week, they were down 20 points last week and came back all the way and won against Riverton. So they didn't panic at all. It was a position that they're in, but it was a great drive for them. Very under control. Ran the RPO. Got down the field very methodically. It was very good. And then punched it in. Took a lot of time. Wore that defense out. That defense was definitely gasping for air by the end of it.
Aaron Young just made the extra point. Now he will kick off to Stansbury. That is returnable. Patiently waiting, it never happened. The hole did not open up, and number 10, Camden Hadlock, pays a price.
On those returns, you got to hit it. You can't stutter. You can't stutter. If you stutter, you might get tattooed, and that is not a good feeling.
Charlie Booth delivering the pain on the tackle. So Stansbury will begin this drive on their own 20-yard line. .406 to play in the half. And we've already got an illegal
formation. They broke the huddle with 12 people.
Yep.
Too many men on the field.
So they will start at the 15, 1st and 15. Empty backfield. Dearden looking downfield, takes a shot over the middle. Too high. Ken Hadlock.
Good shot here, but that's triple coverage right there. You got a soft corner and over high safety right there, just playing the middle of the field.
Just a little too high. He got it in the pocket there, but did not bring it down. So Dearden's going to throw again this time. It's caught. Catch is made at the 24-yard line. That's Exavia Patch, the safety, playing both sides of the ball. That's his second catch of the night. So it's 3rd down and 6 from the 24. Ferry in motion. Dearden looking down, going to throw out the Ferry. He's got room to run. Up the sideline, past the 40-yard line.
He is quick. Honestly, just run plays to get him the ball in space and watch him work. Look at this. That is so shifty.
Back at it. Dearden, they're going to pause now. Get a new play. This offense starting to find a rhythm.
Playing a little bit more confidently.
High snap, he's got it. Ferry. One broken tackle away from getting into the secondary, but they bring him down at the 44. He's 2nd down and 7. Dearden over the middle. Nice play.
Great defense. You had somebody in the window, and that corner was playing extremely tight over the top there. Great defense.
Braxton Perry breaks that up. Another sophomore coming up with a big play. The right cornerback.
Everybody knows this RPO game is strong on both sides here, so we're starting to get a little tighter on the outside.
3rd and 7. Dearden over the middle. It's caught. Patch. Past the first down marker and more. Inside the 45. Down to the 44-yard line. That's a 1st down, Stallions.
Great job right there. It's like a wide receiver screen almost. Supposed to come wide open, coming all the way back.
Dearden's going to pass again. Taking a shot in the middle. Threw behind the receiver that time. Intended for Hadlock, and he could not adjust. Misfire there by Dearden.
Yeah, very congested middle of the field there. Tried to put it in the best place for his receiver right there, so it didn't get intercepted. But the bad part is those balls get tipped, and it's anybody's game after that. What are they seeing from the defense?
2:42 left in the half.
Close safety.
2nd and 10. Ferry in motion. He's going to go out to Ferry. He's got space. Tyson Ferry to the outside. One man to beat. A touchdown saving tackle. Trace Dustin gets Ferry out of bounds, but not before he gets down to the 12-yard line. Actually going to mark him at the 17-yard line, not the 12. Dearden passes it out. Catch is made. Nice move. Gets inside down to the 11. That's Hadlock again. Stansbury picking up the pace.
There's no huddle causing fits.
Ferry has been electric this half, and they're finding a rhythm in the pass game. Dearden takes a shot. Caught. Price tries to extend his arm into the end zone and cannot.
Ooh.
He's down to the 1-yard line, but that is a 1st down.
No huddle. They're going.
Dearden, handoff Ferry, into the middle, into the end zone. Touchdown, Tyson Ferry. What a drive by the Stallions.
That looked good. That looked strong. That looked confident. Both a mix of the run and pass, taking what the defense gives you, throwing it out to the flat, letting your athletes be athletes. Great drive by Stansbury. They got it together now.
That's what we've been expecting to see from Stansbury all season.
That looked good. That looked like a very confident drive by this football team.
The extra point is good, and the Stansbury Stallions take a 14-7 lead here on Merlin Olsen Field at Maverick Stadium.
Now J.T. White and Tyson Ferry both have a touchdown.
That offensive line doing a job right there.
Yeah, it is.
Your offensive line starters for the Stallions. Falnisi Vaca, number 70. Number 76, Landis Roberts. Number 52, Taylor Toth at center. And number 56, Toby Johnson at guard. And Xavier Gagne, the right tackle, number 72.
Yeah.
Hogs up front getting it done on that drive.
If you follow right behind Gagne and Vaca, you're pretty sure you're going to get some extra yards there.
So Ridgeline has 1:49 left to answer. The Riverhawks do get the ball first to begin the second half. So a chance for them. To get a score here and open the second half of the score. So a key possession here for Ridgeline. And it would be a big stop for Stansbury. A returnable kick. Ooh, he's upended. Just outside the 20-yard line.
Great
He'll
special
get to the
teams
22.
tackle. Great special teams tackle right there. Closing the gap, making sure that window isn't big. Stopping him. I think this is warming up. This is going to be a very exciting second half of how this is going. The Ridgeline offense seems like it's starting to click now. The Stansbury offense is definitely clicking. We got that. The last two drives have been great for them. As you can see, the results ended in a touchdown on both of those. But, yeah, this is going to be an exciting end to this football game now that these guys got their rhythm.
Dally with trips to his left. Stansbury.
Oh. I don't know how.
Nice pass coverage there by number 14.
How did they not call
Mason Maxwell.
This tight end was covered up because they went 5 strong. They had all 5 eligible receivers on the strong side of the formation. That tight end right there, Crew Jones, was covered up. And he went out on a route. That is not illegal. But, hey, ref doesn't call it. It didn't happen, right?
2nd and 10 from the 22. Dally looking deep. Fires over the middle.
Great defense. Oh.
They're going to call a pass interference penalty there. Stansbury's not going to like that. Bracken Matthews on the coverage.
It could go both ways. I saw contact there, but I've seen that not get called, and I've seen that called. That's an aggressive defensive play right there. Great throw by Dolly, though. He was draped on him. He was draped on him.
So Ridgeline will pick up a few yards on the pass interference penalty. They will put them at the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 37. 90 seconds left in the first half. Dally taking a shot over the middle. The catch is made. Inside the 40. Breaks a tackle. 10-5. Touchdown Ridgeline. Graham Livingston. 63 yards.
As we said, that Dolly to Livingston connection right there has been great the first 2 weeks of the season, and as you can see, it's still continuing on. Those two are really connected, and on that play, that was a great throw. A great break and tackle right there by Livingston as well in the open field. Now tie ball game.
Young to tie it with the extra point. It's good. And with 1:20 left in the first half,
great job.
Ridgeline ties the game.
Dolly right here, putting it right on the money. Way to lead the receiver. The way he keeps going. Bad tackling technique right there. You want to get the upfield shoulder so that doesn't happen. Great throw and catch here. Boom. Got to wrap up. Got to wrap up. That's your main focus. When you got one-on-one coverage, you don't have extra help. Your whole deal is bear hug him. I have the opportunity to bear hug him. Bear hug him right there. He tried to do other stuff and move his hands. It's got to be one quick motion or he's gone. Great job by Livingston right there, catching it, and he was off to the races. A flurry of points here in the last 6 minutes, huh?
Yeah, and after a couple short touchdown runs, we get some electricity there. The longest play of the game, a 63-yard touchdown pass from Dally to Livingston, and just like that, we're tied at 14, and both offenses have come alive late in the first half. That is not returnable. So Stansbury get the ball at the 20-yard line. They have 1:20 left here. They'll kick off to start the second half, so it would be to their advantage to get some points here of some kind.
The momentum's been shifting back and forth on both of these teams. It's actually quite exciting to see who's going to have the last laugh. As I said, that coin toss we talked about at the beginning of the game is going to be very, very important, right?
Absolutely.
You know, we talked about it like the guys who get the ball in the second half, they will have an opportunity to strike at the end of the first half. It just happened that Ridgeline scored quicker than I believe they wanted to here. But, hey, you take points where you can get it with how things been rolling today. But it's an opportunity here for Stansbury to get some points going into halftime.
Let's see if this offense can keep rolling. Trips to the right. Dearden takes a shot. It's caught. Price. That's Exavaya. Patch.
Clock keeps
down
moving.
To the 31. Clock's running. Dearden going outside, taking a shot. Tries to bring it in one-handed, could not. Good coverage.
Yeah, that ball kind of drifted on him there. But great job by the defender there, not making contact and firing your hands through the breadbasket. When the receiver puts his hands up to catch it, you put your arms right there. Great job by that defender.
Braxton Perry with the coverage. That ball is knocked down. Third down.
Great job there by Cole Juber, getting his hands up into the passing lane. As you said, most of the time when you throw that swing route out to the running back, he's a diversion for something coming back on the inside right there. That's what they tried to do. Tried to throw the slant. Coming back, but Juber was right there in that passing lane and knocked that ball down.
3rd and 10 from the 31-yard line. Play clock's down to 10. They got to go.
5.
Down to 5. They just get it off. Dearden taking a shot down the middle. It's caught to the 40. At the marker, that's a first down, but they got to stop the clock down to 50 seconds.
Stops the clock to move the chains. It's a new rule in college. They're not doing that this year.
Jace Rowley with the catch. Screen. Up the middle to midfield, down to the 48. Clock runs, though, 33 seconds. They're going to call timeout. So that's a first down. Mason Maxwell with the catch. The Stallions are going to take a timeout. We'll keep it right here with 32 seconds left. The way these offenses are starting to find their groove, 32 seconds is plenty of time.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Especially the way that Ridgeline scored on that last drive. Anything's possible, right? You just got to hit the right ankles, and these guys got to catch it, right? We've seen a lot of drop balls there in that first quarter, but they picked it up at the end of this second quarter here. You know, as we said, it's 28 points really in the last 7.5 minutes of this second quarter here. So these offenses are starting to click. Both defenses are playing pretty well, but these are potent offenses here. They strike fast, and they're very crisp with how they go about their business, getting the play in, getting the play out, hurry up offense on one, control downs on the other. Be interesting to see how they try to attack this here.
Dearden looks to take a shot. Now he's going to flush out of the pocket and run for it. He's going to get a first down and more down to the 30-yard line, and more importantly, he gets out of bounds.
Great decision.
Excellent quarterback play by Dearden.
Wow, still saving their timeout. They got one timeout left. Good job by getting out of bounds, but getting as much yards as you can on that. He got a good chunk of yards there, 20 yards on that scramble.
24 seconds left in the half. Dearden.
Just a hair too early.
Patch could not make the catch. Actually, sorry, that's number 11. Noah Nunley could not make the catch. So that just took 4 seconds off the clock. 2nd and 10 from the 30-yard line. 20 seconds left in the first half.
I would attack the middle here. Go double post right there on the inside receivers. Hit that second post window. Nice. Ooh.
That's what he did, just could not connect. Nunley again.
Because you got that timeout. As soon as I would have caught that over the middle, I would have took a quick timeout. Then I'd have 4 downs to take a shot at the end zone. Inside the 15-yard line, that'd been perfect.
3rd and 10 from the 30. 16 seconds left.
Oh, nice.
Dearden go to the end zone.
Oh, PI.
Incomplete.
Are they going to call it?
No flag on the play.
Oh, that's rough.
Nunley again, he could not pull it in.
The defender wasn't looking, and there was contact. Right there, there was a little contact before that, and the defender's not looking back. That's normally called PI here.
Braxton Perry with another great play. He's having an excellent game on the outside. So Stansbury will attempt a 48-yard field goal with 9 seconds left here in the first half. Kick is up. Does it have the length? It does, but it's left, far left, wide left. And no points for the Stallions.
That's tough. You get down there, the kicker got the leg, but now that's 2 field goals missed wide left. On this here, Ridgeline can go into the half with the momentum.
And they'll get the ball to start the second half as well.
Right.
But a nice half, 14-all. I assume Ridgeline's going to take a knee here, but we will see.
So is that a high school rule? If they miss the field goal, then they go half the distance is where the opponent will start? Because they've done that twice now.
That must be. That's a great observation. And they took it back to the 20.
Yeah.
On the missed field goal.
They've done that. They did that on the first attempt, too, that they missed.
Yeah, it's not like the NFL where they place it where you attempt it.
Right. Huh.
Or college at the line of scrimmage where it was attempted. So that is the end of the first half. What a ball game. Ridgeline and Stansbury tied up at 14 here at Maverick Stadium. These young men getting a chance to play on Merlin Olsen Field. Great half here. We look forward to the second half. Let's go down to Mary Lou's Cook in the end zone.
Now, a great reason that we're here at Maverick Stadium is because of D. Jones. He's the one that has put together the Rocky Mountain kickoff. Now, with this being the 7th year that we have the high school students getting to play here at Maverick Stadium, what can you say this event has come to mean to the community?
Oh, my goodness. Well, the community supports it. Well, you can see very well. And, now the people for the second game are starting to trickle in. So we're going to probably end up with a packed house again. But, this is the 8th year, 7th game because of COVID. So it's been really fun from the very first game to now. I used to have to call coaches to see if they wanted to play in it. And now they call me. We already got 2024 ready. So we're working on 2025 now.
Fantastic. Well, that's great to hear. And like you said, this is just game 1, and we already see a fantastic turnout. So looking forward to seeing how the Maverick Stadium continues to fill up. But tonight is about so much more than just the sport of football and the awesome opportunity that these players are getting to play here in this stadium. Who else is benefiting from this event tonight?
Well, proceeds from ticket sales go back to the schools that are participating, back to their athletic departments. And then there's a charity called Healthy Kids Society, healthykidsociety.org, that we donate to, that we care about very deeply. It's a great charity that helps the families of children that are going through life-threatening diseases, you know, with costs and whatever's there to help. So money from this tonight, from the sponsors and whatnot, will go to that.
Fantastic. Great stuff. And like we said, the atmosphere here at Maverick Stadium really is just incredible. So it's very cool to see what this Rocky Mountain kickoff has brought to the Cache Valley community. D. Jones, thank you so much for what you're doing here. Jeremiah Inside, back to you.
Mary Louise, thank you. Pretty cool. We're raising money here for good causes, and we're having a great time, and these kids are getting an awesome experience playing on a college football field. And it's been fun. 14-all Stansbury and Ridgeline. The first half was electric. The second half is going to be even better. We'll be back here in 10 minutes for second half action here in Logan.
Company is inspiring our community to move with purpose, embrace adventure, and consciously connect to their bodies. Exercise is essential now more than ever. Take control of the chaos and make time for you. From the gym to the trail, SLRC can help you find the focus to define your finish line. Visit any of our locations along the Wasatch Front or shop online at slrc.com.
Yeah, this is where we do our best to pick out the top 5 plays of the week, and here they are. Of course, as always, starting with number 5. We start with the Provo Bulldogs, Drew Dusher on the halfback pass, and he throws an absolute dime to Bryant Larson. That would go for a 66-yard game-winning touchdown.
All right, Celeste Moa gets the number 4 for Weber. Catches the ball in the back of the end zone. The referees say the toe tap is in. What a catch by the super sophomore.
Park City's Carson Navarro coming in at number 3, not only making a great catch, picking off the Timpanogos pass, but he takes it from inside his own 5 all the way back for the score.
Number 2, Roger Saliaponga, one of the highest rated recruits in the state. The stiff arm going into the end zone. It's almost not fair. Orem, though, didn't get the win. They get the win there on that play.
Number 1, Brighton wide receiver Miles Peters barely breaks stride here as the ball goes through the hands of the defender and right back into his arms for the touchdown.
I love my new Chevy Blazer. The first time I saw one driving down the road, I knew I had to have one. It fits my skis perfectly. It's cute and comfy. I got my Chevy Blazer at John Watson Chevrolet. My experience was amazing. The staff always treats you like family, and it was easy from start to finish. I would rate John Watson Chevrolet 5 stars. In fact, I would give them 10 stars.
John Watson Chevrolet, your 5-star Chevy dealer.
I would definitely recommend anyone looking for a new car to come to John Watson Chevrolet.
Here are the top 5 plays performances from last week. Brought to you by Heidemann Associates.
Can't bring him down. Orem at American Fort. LR3 quickly gets it out to Roger Saliaponga. And Saliaponga is hard to bring down just to say and spell his name. This young man's going to be a prized possession wherever he decides to play next year in Division I football. Saliaponga takes this one to the house. A newcomer, the man, he's got developed skills. Thanks, Jackson. He did something last week. Watch this week. All the white jerseys, they got him. Hits the middle of the field and take that speed to the bank. Thanks, Jackson. Takes this one to the house. Right here, Gishi gets the call, and he's immediately, nope, it's a fake. Thanks, Jackson has it. He's got one guy to beat. It's a foot race. Jackson at the 20, 10, touchdown, Maple Mountain. Here's a newcomer to the state, Carson Sui. Went to De La Salle. Look at the tough one. We talk about angry runs. Here's some angry runs. Brian Brown gets this one all the way to the end zone. Back to Orem and American Fort, LR3. He's not supposed to be able to move this well. Look at this. Gets away from the pressure. That ball thrown to the corners. And here comes Asher Young out of nowhere to pick that one out of the sky. And that would have been good on Sundays. Got both feet down. Let's go up those, shall we? staying alive. And this guy used Brighton Williams, a Brighton spot in the middle of this play. Brighton Williams pulls it down. 4-6. Go! Weber at Pleasant Grove. Throw this ball to the corner. Oh, who likes to fade down here? Alessi Moa does. How about this? Gets the foot down in the corner of the end zone. Beautiful catch by Moa. Isaac Wilson had himself a night, and so did Take Care. This combo was the top of the state last year. They could be there once again. Take Care, a reigning 6A Offensive Player of the Year. How about this from Alpha's number 33, Bennett Coaster? Looking like Jefferson Court from back in the day. Brought that name up since Bruce Bingham was on the call. Both of them there with Westlake, too. That ball intercepted. Plucked out of the air. Desert Hills, Hunter Clark. Hunted this one down. Oh, what a catch. Off the tip and everything. Just needed one hand to pull it in.
Hugh looking to pass pressure coming through to him. Has to get rid of it. And is it intercepted? It is! He caught it!
Yes, wow. He did. Timpanogos driving, looking to take the lead. The fire to the outside. Oh, it bounces off. And it's going the other way. Carson Navarro. Navarro, no one ahead of him. Takes it all the way to the house. Park City held on in a close one. 35-33 over Timpanogos.
Livingston again lined up. Takes the snap. Pretzing blocks the throw. It's intercepted. It's going the other way. Park City have it.
Navarro's going.
It's Carson Navarro, and he's going to take it all the way. That's going to be a Park City pick six.
Magnets. Yeah, we've seen this kid before. Skyridge is number 7. La'a Kalama does some dirty work for Jackson Stevens. Stays alive, fires. Oh, what a grab. Just needs one hand for Kalama.
Wow. Kalama is just showing it all off tonight. He goes up in the air, secures that with one hand, traps against his body, and obviously absorbs the contact as he goes to the ground there. Man, that's 2 highlight reel catches.
Millard's Luke to Graffenried. Oh, we love the Graffenried. This kid runs the route, bounces around, able to hang on to it. What a catch. The Graffenried, nothing that kid does will surprise you.
They ran the option pass there. They roll out like it's an option right. The tight end sneaks down into the flat, and the pass is complete there to the Graffenried. And a circus catch.
Back to PG Weber. This time for PG, Sean Cottle. Oh, you thought you had the pick. Ends up in the hands of Cottle. He got puffed for that one, too. The young man who had number 1 last week, how about this one? You think you're defending him? Well, you're not! Reggie Frischnecht able to pull that one in. How about this from Brighton? Miles Peters. Off the defender. Oh, looky. And Peters with 6. Game winners. This was a drive all about Maple Mountain. Thanks Jackson orchestrating a game-winning drive. How about the throw up the sideline? Oh, what a pretty catch. And one more from Banks Jackson. We talked about this kid as clutch. 4th down and 2. Jackson rolls to his left and gets it done with his feet just by the hair of his chinny chin. And then again, Banks Jackson rolls near side. Jackson, all the athleticism in the world, fires it. And another catch at the 20-yard line. Now it sets up a game-winning field goal attempt from 38 yards out. Ice in the veins. Maple Mountain 2-0, and they take the battle of Spanish Forks.
Banuelos, the kick. Spanish Forks moving around, trying to get Maple Mountain to jump. Snap good, hold good, kick is up. The question is, it's good. 1 second on the clock.
One of our favorites, Dak Sumko, got it done from long distance. A couple of long touchdown runs, and Dax also had the game-winning 19-yard rushing touchdown with 19 seconds left. They weren't throwing the ball because you had Dax Sumko give him the ball as Box Elder knocked off Mountain Crest in a big rivalry win. Dax Sumko and the Bees sting the Mustangs. How about this one? Provo trailing late, just over 2 minutes left. Pitch it out to Drew Ducher. Oh, halfback pass. Brian Larson was all by his lonesome. Those tricky Bulldogs with Coach Chambers take this one all the way to the house, erase a 20-6 deficit to win this one 21-20. Oh, we love high school football. On to week 3.
Aston, Moses Dusher across. Pitches it to Dusher. Oh, the double pass has a man wide open downfield, and it's caught across the 20, across the 10, and in for the game-tying score is Bryant Larson. Wow!
What a play call from Coach Chambers. Does he get the pitch pass? Finds Larson wide open. Streaks into the end zone. And we have a tie game with 2 minutes left. What a play from the Provo Bulldogs.
Know any plays that we missed? Hit us up at KSL Sports Rewind or at highschoolrewind@gmail.com.
If you want to avoid your AC breaking down this summer, the best thing you can do is stay on top of your AC's annual maintenance. But if you do find yourself with an air conditioner blowing hot air, Any Hour Services technicians service all brands, and they can usually get to you pretty quick. Call Any Hour Services or schedule online at anyhour.com. Whether you need maintenance, repair, or replacement, the technicians at Any Hour Services can help you keep your home comfortable all summer long. Call Any Hour Services or schedule online at anyhour.com. No one helps more homeowners than Any Hour Services.
Moving mountains takes more than muscle. It takes commitment through the comfortable, the uncomfortable, the starts, the stops, the sunny days, the stormy days. Here at Salt Lake Running Company, rain or shine, we've got you. We are here to help you keep moving forward. Locally owned, locally operated since 1995, SLRC offers free custom shoe fittings, rewards, training groups, races, free events, seminars, and clinics. Visit us in store or online today at slrc.com.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
I love my new Chevy Blazer. The first time I saw one driving down the road, I knew I had to have one. It fits my skis perfectly. It's cute and comfy. I got my Chevy Blazer at John Watson Chevrolet. My experience was amazing. The staff always treats you like family, and it was easy from start to finish. I would rate John Watson Chevrolet 5 stars. In fact, I would give them 10 stars.
John Watson Chevrolet, your 5-star Chevy dealer.
I would definitely recommend anyone looking for a new car to come to John Watson Chevrolet.
Welcome back to Maverick Stadium in Logan. Stansbury and Ridgeline tied at 14 at the half. Great first half. Took a while for both offenses to find their groove, but once they did, we had a really entertaining first half.
Yeah, slow starts. You know, we were kind of feeling it. We were like, okay, maybe they're going to kick the bucket here and get things flowing, and they definitely did. Both offenses started to click at the end of the second quarter there, and it looked great leading into halftime. 0-0. 14-14, 0-0 here. It's all who's going to end up with the ball here in the second half.
And, of course, turnovers, bad snaps. There were like some miscues, but ultimately didn't really hurt both teams as they come into the second half, even at 14 apiece. I mentioned earlier Travis Cox, the head coach of Ridgeline, who has an outstanding record. Travis Cox, 32-7 as the head coach at Ridgeline, won a state title in 2021. Of course, Travis Cox used to play quarterback at Utah State University. Mary Louise Cook had a chance to talk to the Cox family about this opportunity to come back to Utah State. Let's go down to Mary Louise Cook on the sideline.
Thank you so much, Jeremiah. Definitely a profound level of familiarity between head coach Travis Cox and his son, wide receiver Carson Cox, who's in his senior year. The father-son duo had the opportunity to chat with me earlier today about what it's like to have that dynamic.
It's a lot of fun just because, you know, we all love the game, and it's fun to be able to talk about the game in a little bit more detail and just kind of come up with game plans together and what we think is going to work and what's not going to work, and see what happens when actually the lights come on. So that's been really fun.
It's been a lot of fun years, the past couple of years. Last year was my first time starting. It's just been fun. Like, over the weekend, we talk about football all week, and just every day we always talk about the game plan. It's just really fun to see, like, us just know everything together, and just throughout the week, it's just been a really fun time.
Your senior year in and of itself is always very sentimental, so I am sure that they are enjoying this extra time that they're getting to spend together. Back to you guys.
Mariluz, thank you. And, of course, older brother Caden Cox 2 years ago had an unbelievable senior season.
He did.
3,774 yards passing, 55 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Caden Cox was the 4A MVP and led Ridgeline to their first state championship. He will play at BYU when he returns home from an LDS mission.
Yeah, Caden Cox was electrifying. Watching him at Rice Eccles Stadium, it was definitely a sight to see. He was doing some amazing things, and as you can see, man, he probably left a lot of records here at the new school of Ridgeline.
For a single season, that's unmatched. It's got 55 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's how to do it right there. But that's the same type of offense they're running. And, you know, when they weren't clicking there in the second quarter and Coach had to call timeout, he's like, yo, get it together. They got it together right after that, and they looked really good, really strong, very confident offense. So, again, this is going to be an exciting second half. You know, that coin toss, this is why it's so important, right? A lot of people, the coin toss. No, it's everything. It's about position. It's about, you know, how you position yourself in this football game, and you ride the wave of momentum. And if you can have the ball more often than not, which, you know, they've done it with, you know, capitalizing on turnovers, you know, muff snaps, and now starting the second half with the football, you know, they'll end up having more opportunities to score and put points on the board than Stansbury. So Stansbury's got to come up, play great defense as they have been, and change that tide.
Friday night lights at Maverick Stadium. Ridgeline and Stansbury tied at 14, ready to kick this off in the second half. This is a big game for both teams. It's going to help their RPI playing each other, number one, for later on in the year. But this is how you measure where you're at.
Yes.
And both of these teams have state championship aspirations. You look down south in St. George, and Crimson Cliffs and Desert Hills have same aspirations. I think there's some teams up here in Cache Valley, Skyview and Mountain Crest as well, that believe they're state championship contenders. So this is a big game to see where these teams are at and kind of give them a gauge how far they've got to go to get better by the time November rolls around. Mountain Crest will play here right after this. They'll host Pocatello, Idaho, 30 minutes after we're done.
I don't think there'll be a surprise onside kick here, but, you know.
You know what? They should try it.
Seen crazier things.
Try to steal one back here. They will not. So Ridgeline will try to return this. They will not. That comes out to the 20 as an automatic touchback. You cannot return a ball out of the end zone in high school football in Utah and most states around the country. So Ridgeline will start the second half at their own 20-yard line.
Which is good. They've been very balanced. When they were doing well in the end of that second quarter there, they were very balanced. Good mix of run and pass. RPO game was huge, a part of their offense. Softening up that defense, allowing the run game happen. So expect a lot of that here in the second half. You're going to get some RPO game here, but a heavy dose of J.T. White.
Dowley with trips to his left. Their first play of the second half is a J.T. White run. Trying to get to the edge. There's a little extracurricular activity there, and no flag. There it is. There's the flag from the back judge.
I wonder what's going through the ref's head. It's like, are you going to throw it? I saw it.
Bracken Matthews got a little too rough there after the play was blown dead.
He didn't like the stiff arm.
So they'll tack on 15 more at the end of this.
Well, that's a quick 20 yards there for this offense.
They didn't need any help. That second quarter, they got rolling. 64-yard touchdown to Graham Livingston from Daly. Tied this game up at 14. And now Ridgeline trying to take the lead. They have not led in this game. Second week in a row, they're playing from behind. Big run by J.T. White. Cuts it to the outside. Inside the 30, down to the 29. J.T. White.
This is
32 yards.
Great execution. Anytime you see that tight end tucked the way the tight end was tucked right there, you know he's pulling. Great vision by J.T. White at hitting that cutback lane and all the way. If you got some little extra blocking right there, he could have got a little bit more yards. That's great. That type of run play right there opens up the RPO game. You're going to get those defenders like, oh, we got to stop this run. We got to stop this run. And you're going to creep, and that RPO game, that quick slant is going to come wide open.
Daly's going to hand it off again. White, he's got room to run. The stop is made. He gets about 5. Past the 25, down to the 24 where they'll mark him.
Great pickup. 3 straight runs right here.
The run game working for Ridgeline.
Yeah, they're moving down the field, too. Chunks.
It's taken them less than a minute to drive down to the 24-yard line. Daly trips to his right again. He's going to pass. Now he's in trouble. He scrambles outside. He's going to try to get out of bounds and does. Actually loses. Well, they're going to give him back to the 24, so he gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Wow. How about that decision by a sophomore? Pulled the ball down, got out to his strong side, got back to the line of scrimmage, didn't lose yards. Great job.
We saw him last year, Sly. We did the game against Skyview when Skyview had their way with Ridgeline last year. Daly was a freshman. He looked good, but he was young, not as physically strong. And you can see the difference. He's spent a lot of time in the weight room. He's much more physical this year, as you'd expect. He's got a first down.
Great decision right there. You see that end chasing hard to stop the run right there. You pull it, get right outside, get those extra yards, first down, nice and easy. Now it's first down and 10 from the 17, from your opponent's 17-yard line. Playbook's open. What are you going to do?
Micah Salahuddin with the tackle. First and 10 from the 17. Daly looking to the end zone. Fires to the edge.
Great defense.
Missed.
Great defense right there. Great job by the defender not biting on the first feet. That was a double move on the outside right there by Livingston. Didn't bite on it at all. Stayed stride for stride with the receiver. Great job right there by that cornerback. That's what you want to do. It's going to be tough. You know, the Dolly and Livingston connection has been very popular in this game and the first 2 weeks of the season. So anytime you got Livingston on your side, you got to be heads up.
Motion. Daly's going to hand it off to White.
Oh.
He's still running. He's still alive. Now he's down. They give him the 14-yard line. So
great penetration here by Easton Baker, getting into the backfield and stopping that before it got any more yards.
Daly with trips to his left. Coming up on 9 minutes to play third quarter. Daly takes the snap.
H-route, running back. Nice.
The catch is made. J.T. White down inside the 5 to the 3-yard line. They'll mark him right at the 4.
Yeah, it's a great job by this offense of spreading everybody out there and just taking the quick route that they gave you. You got a linebacker playing that far inside. Take that J.T. White one-on-one in the open field right there. Get that first down. Now it's first and goal from the 4.
Loaded backfield now. They go jumbo. Goal line. From the 4. White cuts into the end zone. Touchdown. J.T. White and Ridgeline has their first lead of the game.
Great job by getting back north and south. He bounced it outside and cut it right back at the first opportunity to get into the end zone. Great job by JT White. Great vision from the running back standpoint. It's not as easy as he makes it look. But that was a great job right there, making that first cut, getting back north and south and getting into the end zone.
They drive 80 yards in 3 minutes and 15 seconds to take the lead. Now the extra point attempt. It's good. Ridgeline 21, Stansbury 14.
Look at this. Bounce it outside, cut it right back inside. Great job of getting back north and south by JT White right there. First opportunity he had to cut it back inside. He did a great job. Had 3 defenders chasing outside. He knew he wasn't going to get anything outside, but got back north and south really easily there. Got into the end zone. Great job. Didn't really feel like a lot of energy from Stansbury on that drive, right?
No, and it was all business for Ridgeline. They just marched right down the field. A little bit of everything. A lot of JT White, honestly.
That was all JT White.
Yeah, he was excellent on that drive, and they just marched it right down the field with little resistance.
Yeah, heavy dose of JT White on that drive right there. Stansbury needs energy. It was 0-0, right? You had every opportunity, same as you had in the first half. It's just 0-0, but you got to show some energy, especially if you're the away team, if you want to come out of here with an upset win.
They'll try to rally the troops here. Beautiful night in Logan. Sun's starting to set. The lights are on. Friday night lights at Maverick Stadium. It's very cool.
Beautiful scene. Beautiful stadium up here at Utah State. This is awesome. Great feel.
You have some good memories on this field.
I do. You know, big time wins out here, especially my first one, 2006. Making the start.
Stansbury's going to take a timeout. So will we. 8:45 left, third quarter. Ridgeline has a 21-14 lead over Stansbury.
Moving mountains takes more than muscle. It takes commitment through the comfortable, the uncomfortable, the starts, the stops, the sunny days, the stormy days. Here at Salt Lake Running Company, rain or shine, we've got you. We are here to help you keep moving forward. Locally owned, locally operated since 1995. SLRC offers free custom shoe fittings, rewards, training groups, races, free events, seminars, and clinics. Visit us in store or online today at slrc.com.
Look at that sunset here in Logan. Cache Valley. Beautiful. Great night for football. Week 3 of the high school football season. We're thrilled to bring you Stansbury and Ridgeline from Maverick Stadium here on Game Night Live. Over the middle, Dearden, short. He got hit as he threw it. That didn't have a chance. Second down and 15.
It's a great play call. He just went through his progression a little slower. It was more like, it didn't feel like game tempo as he went to his second progression on that. And that ended up being a little late.
Second down and 10 from the 20. That was a miscommunication. Receiver went in and Dearden went out. Bring up third down. You're right, Sly. This Stansbury sideline, there's just not a lot of juice right now. Which is weird. They played really well, especially in the second quarter.
Right.
They got to pick it up here. It's our first road game. Dearden going over the top.
Oh.
Catch is made, is it?
That's a catch.
Who does the tie go to? There he goes. He wrestles it away. What a catch by number 14, Mason Maxwell. And boy, did Stansbury need that.
Yeah, that's big boy football right there. Great job right there.
That woke everybody up.
Great throw. I was almost like he shouldn't have thrown it because he had defenders all around that, but he put the ball in a great place, and Maxwell comes up with it.
The coverage by Aiden Anderson was great. Just better catch.
RPO game right here. Uh-oh.
Savia patch.
Cramp?
With the catch. Probably cramping a little bit. He's going to take a break. He's playing both sides of the ball tonight.
Yeah, he is.
So don't be surprised. It is hot here.
Especially with that hurry-up offense. That puts even more pressure on this.
Yeah.
On your muscles.
There are no breaks for the Stansbury Stallions.
No, there's not.
Catch is made by Patch. He's toughing through that cramp. That's pretty impressive.
He is working through that cramp. Look at that right leg.
His quarterback's like, oh, you're limping, huh? Take another one.
Oh, you got it. You got it. You're fine.
Hey, X-Men, suck it up. Come on. Finally, they give Patch a rest. Finally. He's earned it.
Hey, man, you got to stay in this football game. You need all your assets.
1st and 10 for the 26. Dearden.
Nice play.
Catch is made inside the 10. The Stallions. Here they come. Mason Maxwell again. What a drive for Maxwell.
Great route right there. Just hurry up offense. I'm telling you, defenses don't like it.
Dearden trips to his right. Has to throw it quickly and just throws it into the ground. Actually worked out for the Stallions, considering the circumstances. So 2nd and 10.
Great job. They've marching down the field here. You know, a couple big plays.
They've answered the bell.
And we've had absolutely no Tyson Ferry.
I have a feeling that's going to change.
Right?
Here.
I think it should, because the type of running back he is, he's good in these short spaces. You got to give him an opportunity here. But you got one-on-one on the outside.
That might be what they're pointing out. They're putting ones up in the air.
If you do a nice sluggo here, sluggo whip route, slanting out.
Keep your eye on Jace Rowley out here on the outside. That's where he was going, but he's going to go over the middle. Catch is made. Ooh, big hit delivered. Just short of a touchdown.
Keep it going. Run the
ball. Great job holding on to that.
Run the ball right here. You're going to have
Camden Hadlock with a great catch.
You're going to have 3rd down right here. Give the ball to Tyson.
Go, go, go. Dearden. Ferry. Over the top into the end zone. Tyson Ferry.
That's what you needed. We said he's going to come in handy here.
They waited and they waited and they waited, and they finally go to Ferry, and he's got himself a touchdown.
But they looked like they were playing with some energy. After that big catch by Maxwell, they looked like they were finally going.
They needed something to wake them up.
Yeah. That was good. That was electrifying. It's what they were doing in that second quarter.
Picking up right where we left off in the first half. Both teams scoring their first possession in the second half. The extra point is good, and we're tied again. What a ball game, 21-all.
I like it.
We're getting our money's worth here. This 4A Battle Royale between two state title contenders, Stansbury and Ridgeline.
It's looking
blow
good,
for blow.
too. It's not like there's bad defense. There's just really good offense in this football game. Both of the quarterbacks are throwing really good footballs, catchable footballs for these guys, setting them up, and the play calling by both of these teams is immaculate right now and setting themselves up for success. As I said, it's going to come down to the end here and who has the ball on the last possession. Let's see if that coin toss is really the factor in this football game.
That drive ate up a bit of clock. Down to 6:26 left, third quarter. Both teams with 80-yard drives that take about 3.5 minutes. What does the Ridgeline offense have now? There's no way that's coming back. Great kickoff. The Riverhawks will start at their own 20. 21-all. This is fun watching both offenses come alive.
For me, this is really fun because I'm trying to see exactly how is this going to end. There's so many different possibilities of how it's going to end. Who's going to slip up? Both of these offenses are clicking right now. So it's like, which defense is going to come up with the big play to give their offense the ball back and shut this game out? But this game's going to end up being 70 points.
Dally. to his tight end. The freshman making some moves, breaking tackles. Ooh, he's finally thrown down. Patch makes the tackle, but not before Crew Jones gets it out to the 35-yard line.
Crew Jones is a big boy right here.
They don't make freshmen like they used to.
No, they don't. Look, this is a true freshman here. I guess you can't be anything.
You better be a true freshman.
Well, in high school.
Maybe he's 18 years old. I have no idea what his academic standing is. I'm joking.
Oh, man.
Yeah, all freshmen are true
freshmen right here making moves like that. It's great. As I said, this is a young roster here with Daly, sophomore QB. I believe Livingston's a junior, right? Livingston's a sophomore as well.
Daly are sophomores.
And now
a freshman.
Crew Jones is a freshman.
Hunter Knighton is a sophomore.
J.T. White is a junior.
Yeah.
This crew's coming back next year. The only person not coming back is Cox. You know, and man, he's a big part of this offense. But
catch is made. Speaking of, that's Hunter Knighton that I mentioned.
See the heat on that pass?
That was a nice throw. It's where it had to be, right on the money.
Another sophomore here. Boom.
Great.
Beautiful.
Quick delivery. And just like that, Ridgeline's past midfield. Here they come.
These offenses are going now. As I said, it's not bad defense. It's just really good offense in this football game, which is very exciting.
Daly has White in the backfield. Trips to his right. White with a carry. Breaks a tackle. He's got the edge. One man to beat. He's got a blocker. White's going to walk into the end zone for a touchdown. 43 yards. No flags.
Missed tackles. That's bad defense right there. You had the ability to tackle him in the backfield. You came off on a corner blitz, outside corner or safety, outside blitz there. Make the play. That was a TFL.
Yep.
Right there. J.T. White didn't even see you. You got to make that play. Take that leg and bring him all the way down to the ground. Because once you do, he's off to the races, especially with lead blockers.
Extra point is good. Ridgeline has a 28-21 lead. 4:52 left to play third quarter, and all of a sudden this has turned into a track meet.
Look at this here. You come off the edge. Make the play. You got to make the play there. Getting out and running, dancing bears.
Trey Purser, number 69, the right guard, pulled and had a huge block here. Watch Trey Purser right here. And White just follows his blocker the whole way.
He's running just as fast as White.
Easy. That's how it's done.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's how you do it, man. You got to give kudos to his offensive line. They're doing a great job for J.T. White in this football game, even protecting Dolly right there. He's sitting in the pocket nicely, very comfortable, throwing his RPOs or even his under routes that they're coming through with. But it's been very potent offenses in this game. That first quarter was very bleak. This is not what we were seeing in that first quarter.
We're just going to completely forget about the first
quarter.
Yeah,
let's do. I mean, we scored enough points to where we can.
This is fun. Returnable kick.
Hit
up
it,
the middle.
Hit it.
Got out to the 25-yard line. Decent return by number 10, Camden Hadlock, who has a touchdown in this game. Was 1 yard short of another one on that last drive.
It's unfortunate in this game. They're going to need an Exavia patch in this game. He's cramping pretty bad, man. Hadlock comes up limping a little bit on that one, too. I think there's a lot of cramping going on the Stansbury sidelines.
A lot of their players go both ways, and they're starting to feel it. It's hot out here. It's even hotter on that turf here. Dearden dumps it down to the receiver, number 5, Bracken Matthews. Gets about 2 yards on the play.
It's good.
1 yard. They'll give him 1 yard up to the 26.
Pretty aggressive tackle there. See the second down and 9 here. There you go. Give it to Tyson Ferry.
Ferry's got room up the middle. Into the secondary, past the 40, down to the 43-yard line.
If he can get some blocking where there's no penetration affecting him, oh my gosh.
It's a 17-yard gain.
He is strong and quick.
Dearden over the middle. It's caught.
Take what they give you.
It's not much, but they'll take it. It's a 4-yard gain out to the 47-yard line.
That's a check down. That's what you want out of your check downs. Let me get 4 yards. I'll take it. Especially in no huddle offense. Take your little check downs. 3 of those is a first down.
2nd and 6 from the 47. Ferry with another nice run.
Keeping those legs
very close to
pumping.
the marker. Maybe just short. He's at the 48. Just slightly short of that first down marker. So it'll be 3rd and short.
Man, I'm such a big fan of this hurry-up offense. I'm a big fan of it if they know what they're doing, and Stansbury clearly knows what they're doing.
After that first quarter, it's really clicked for him. Ooh, Dearden, he's in trouble. He's not going to get there. He comes up short. He actually loses 2 yards, maybe a yard.
Big fourth
They're going to
down
mark him at the right in midfield. Oof.
They're going to punt
They'll
it
go.
here.
They're going to. They got a
punt.
decision to make.
Yeah, they're going to make a pooch punt here.
Now they got a player injured down here. I believe that's number 70.
Oh, no. That's our guy right there.
That is Falnisi Vaca. He's had a tremendous game. Again, let's hope it's cramping like everybody else.
I think it's cramping. Everybody's cramping. Everybody's calf right now.
Yeah, it's these guys that are going both ways. And
Felicini Vaca is definitely going both ways.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't get off the field, like, at all.
He's their starting left tackle, and he's also their starting nose guard.
Yeah, they need some sly pimp juice on that sidelines over there.
Yeah, let's hope that's what it is.
Spread that pickle juice all over there.
Does it work on the outside, too?
I haven't tried that.
Kidding.
I might have to try that tomorrow when I'm out in the sun. I'm going to have to try that.
Just got like a pickle juice spray, like soccer.
It's got like a Vicks vapor rub. I got to rub some on my chest and under my
Sly's
under my
magic
nose there.
spray made out of pickle juice.
I got to get into the lab.
Let's hope that young man's okay. We want to see him back on the field.
Yes, definitely.
He's going to take a seat. Stansbury will punt. Tyson Ferry, my bad. Tyson Ferry will do the duties.
Defense has got to be watching because Tyson Ferry is fast. You're spreading him out in this, and he has 3 lead blockers right there.
Oh, it's a fake. They got it.
Yes, they got it.
Gamble and they win. Jackpot.
To the backup running back, Alexander Givajon. Givajon here. Great job.
You know who gives it, John? Alexander does. What a call. They roll the dice. And Sly, you have to in this game.
Yes.
I don't think they could have afforded to take a possession without a score. They had to keep this going. I love it. It was brilliant. It paid off.
For here, the third quarter,
Coach Alder gambles
controlling
and it
the
works.
tempo. They got to go run here. Give it to Ferry.
That's what they'll do. Ferry's going to carry up the middle. He's inside the 45 down to the 44.5-yard line. Maybe they'll give him the 43.
Yeah.
New life on this drive.
Oh,
First
yeah,
and
for
10,
sure.
Now 2nd and 8.
They got to stay aggressive here. They got to watch because Ridgeline is going to get very, very aggressive on the defensive front there, and that's when you sneak in that tight end screen. You're going to let all those D linemen get all the way upfield, and you dump that tight end screen right behind them. You got lead blockers all the way up into the middle.
This is a clock-killing drive. We're under 2 minutes to play, third quarter. Dearden, Ferry, catch is made, spins. He's free inside. Down inside the 25, down to the 23-yard line. Every time Tyson Ferry touches the ball, good things happen.
Look at him right now. Is that not like in the open field? That looks just like Ty Jordan
It
right
does.
there.
It does look like Ty Jordan.
He is very dynamic. He's so quick with the ball. However you can get him the ball, do it.
Dearden looking on the outside. The catch is made. Down to the 10-yard line is Noah Nunling. So again, the fake punt pays off, keeps this drive alive, and now the Stallions are in the red zone. Coming up on a minute to play here in the third. Dearden takes the snap. It's a handoff to Ferry. He's going to go down right at the 10. So that Ridgeline defense comes up with a stop there. It'll be 2nd and 10. They can get a first down past the 1-yard line. They'll keep the pace. Clock running. See if they get 2 more plays here.
Doing a good job. When they go empty, this puts that defense, stresses them out.
Into the ground, incomplete.
Just can't force the ball here. He can still have an opportunity to get a first down here. But they got to do it just like those check down routes, right? You want a little 3-4 yards every time. That's what you got to do. But you got to put the ball right in their chest. There, I think he was looking for Ferry, but he's got to just put that ball right in his hands.
3rd and 10 from the 11. Trips to his right, Ferry behind him. Can this Ridgeline defense get another stop?
10 seconds.
Play clock's down to 5. They get it off. Dearden, pressure's on. He's got to escape the rush. Nice throws made into the end zone. Touchdown, Stansbury.
Wow.
Carter Cook, an outside linebacker, his first catch of the game is a touchdown. And after the fake punt conversion on 4th down, the Stallions drive down and finish off this drive with a Dearden to Cook touchdown. If this extra point is good, we've got a tie ball game. It is not. It's blocked.
Wow.
Somebody blinked.
That's huge. That is huge.
And Ridgeline maintains the lead by 1 point.
Huge. Huge. Great escape right here.
Play by Dearden. Dearden's really growing up on this.
Yes,
he
is.
Slide.
I think Coach Alder will be very impressed with him. I know we talked to him earlier this week. He wanted better quarterback play, but Dearden looks great. Doing a great job of escaping and finding and playmaking. That's what you want. You want playmakers out there. Make a play. It's not going to be perfect every single time. Make a play. Great job by Dearden.
You know, young quarterbacks are going to go through their growing pains, Sly, and he had a rough week last week. 2 pick sixes cost him the game.
Right.
Rough first quarter. They really struggled to complete passes, but since then he's been terrific. He's led this team on 4 touchdown drives, and they're 1 extra point short of a tie ball game here. We'll remember that extra point. That could loom large later on. Always does.
I mean, missed field goals, 2 missed field goals, now a missed PAT. Special teams has been huge.
That ball is short. That can be returned. Breaks a tackle. Oof. Oh, he's still going. They finally get him out of bounds past the 25 to the 27-yard line. A nice return. Yeah, Bronco Galloway, the sophomore, 6'2", 180. 17 seconds left in the quarter. This should be the last play. Should be. I guarantee nothing. It's a white run. Tries to break the tackle and cannot. Nice play made.
Let's take this into the 4th quarter. Should be tied up, but now it's only 28-27.
Luke Daines with a tackle. That's going to take us into the 4th quarter. 28-27. Ridgeline leads Stansbury. Let's go down to Mariluz Cook, who's in the end zone.
What these teams, are specifically Ridgeline, has traveled incredibly well. Their student section is popping. They filled up an entire section of this stadium. I had the opportunity to chat with Matt, who is a senior and the head of their student section. He said that this game specifically, there's so many people here because of how many there weren't here the previous game. So he said he really worked on getting the word out, great neon out. So it's special not only for the students, but of course, we're curious about what the mindset is of these players being in this bigger stage here at Maverick Stadium. Let's take a look at what they had to say about it.
Kind of business as usual. Obviously, there's like a little bit more nerves because, I'm not used to playing. I mean, I was there at Rice last year, but I didn't really play. I was a sophomore, but a lot more nerves, obviously. But, we're just going to go take care of business as usual.
Get to go play with the brothers around you. Coach Alder does a great job of creating brotherhood amongst the team, and get to go play for our school. Couldn't ask for anything more.
Yeah, I think it's a fun experience. Ever since we're young, we've always been to games up there. So now, since we finally get to play up there, I think it'll be a fun experience.
And certainly for them, being here at Maverick Stadium is a big deal for them as well, and they're certainly embracing the moment. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Mary Lou. It's just been fun all around. These two teams have given us a great game tonight. Great opportunity. I always remember this. This is fun, calling a high school game in a college stadium. Been to the stadium many times, and it's a perfect setting for football no matter what level it's at. This is fun. Ridgeline with a 28-27 lead and the ball. 11:54 left to play. 3rd and 8 from the 28. Dally over the middle. Catch is made out to the 39-yard line. The receiver with the catch is Graham Livingston. Livingston padding those stats. He's had a nice night, including a 64-yard touchdown.
It's been good. Such a beautiful setting here at Maverick Stadium.
White up the middle. He's got room to run.
Ooh, big hit right there by Easton
midfield.
Baker.
He's close to the marker, about a yard short. He's 2nd and short.
Great job. Great running play right there. 2nd down in about 2 to 3 yards here. Control down. You can do whatever you want. You want to go deep, challenge them deep here, or you want to run it, just pick up that 1st down. You can do whatever.
Pistol formation. Dally. Hands off to White. Up the middle. White's done a lot of work tonight.
Yes, he is.
He's going to need an ice bath.
Well deserving, man. He is. When you got a guy who's running the ball that well, feed him.
Absolutely.
Feed him.
Both running backs tonight have been sensational.
Yes, for sure. For sure. Multiple touchdowns by both of them. Leading their teams here. Seemingly victory. Without special teams, this should be a tie ball game.
Dally, play action. Over the top. Just missed number 3.
Got to get that big 6'4" frame, the ball.
Yeah, Carson Cox, they haven't been able to connect much tonight. They've gone to that pass a few times and just can't make it happen. Carson Cox is a big target. I feel like eventually at some point tonight that's going to click.
Yeah.
They connected in the first game against Bonneville for some touchdowns. Last week it was the Graham Livingston show. This week, J.T. White has been the man finding the end zone. Dally, ball's tipped to line of scrimmage. Incomplete. Ooh, that was a big opportunity for the Stansbury defense.
Yeah, it was.
Sly, it feels like if either defense can make a play in this game, that could be the difference.
That's what it's going to be. And those tip balls, we've seen a lot of tip balls tonight. That might be one of the plays that are going to happen here where defense comes up with a turnover, because both of these offenses are extremely dynamic. They are driving the ball and they are forcing the issue on both sides of the football here. And honestly, they're seemingly unstoppable. But which defense is going to make a play to get their offense the ball?
Dally, time to throw in the pocket. Going to have dumping it down. J.T. White's got it. Nate makes a move. Ooh, big hit. He's still running. Woo-hoo.
Wow.
Big boy football. J.T. White.
Giving it to the Illinois commit right there. He's like, I'm not scared. Cuts it back to the inside, picks up this first down, breaks a tackle, boom. He's got to come with
Easton Baker is a monster. And they collided. Easton Baker, 6'1", 220-pound linebacker. He's going to be playing at Illinois next year. He's a Big Ten recruit. And J.T. White wanted all of it. 1st and 10. J.T. White, what a game, man. He's just takes a lick and he keeps on ticking. That clock's running. Coming up on 9 minutes. How about the band tonight?
Sounds great.
Terrific.
Right?
It's a great high school band. Dally, bad snap. White's got it. Did a great job to get that off the turf just in time. That could have been disaster for Ridgeline. Instead, the ball gets back to the line of scrimmage. Be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, the ball skipped across the ground right there, but good awareness there by J.T. White at picking that up and getting back to the line of scrimmage.
This feels big. 3rd down and 10 from the 33. Stansbury needs to stop. Ridgeline wants to keep this drive going, burn clock, and get another score. And increase their lead. Dally. Looks like they're trying to set up a screen. They do. He's got a lot of room to run.
Holding.
White inside the 20. We do have a flag down, and I think this is coming back.
That was the backup running back, Jackson Lindsay there.
Sorry, it was Lindsay on the reception.
It's going to be an unfortunate holding call right there. Great run, great play call. But on screen passes, that often happens when, offensive linemen don't know where the running back is at. Great play call right there. What's going on here? Discussion from the refs. Finding out where to spot the ball. Just 10 yards from the previous play. Come on. You got it. You got it. Oh. 10 yards from the penalty, so it's only going to be 3rd down and 15.
Still a big swing there. Got to get down to the 22 for a 1st down.
Yeah, I mean, why not? I got to motion that slot over, go one-on-one over the top with Cox.
Dally.
Come on.
Going to take a shot down the middle. Incomplete. No flags.
I would have looked at Carson Cox there for that play. Big 6'5" frame. He's towering over the defender. Even if you force that ball in there, I would have just did what we call this just a spot route, right? You find out where the 1st down line marker is, and you go and sit right there, and the ball will be delivered, right? It's like a box out. Charles Barkley, you box him out right there at that 1st down marker. The ball will be delivered right there between you and the quarterback. Make it happen.
Sly, we have a defensive stop. Ridgeline has to punt.
Let it go.
Ball takes a Stansbury bounce back close to the 20-yard line. They'll actually mark it at the 18. So Stansbury down 1. 7:42 left in this game. Plenty of time to march down and take the lead, especially with the way these offenses have been playing. Now the test is going to be for this Ridgeline defense to do what Stansbury just did and get a stop.
Yeah, but even when Stansbury scores here on this drive, they're going to have to go for 2. I wouldn't wait until the end of the game to go for 2 here. I'd go for it here and make it interesting, tie this game, or actually take the lead, but be up by 7. Very interesting decision-making here at the end of the game.
So the Stansbury offense has found its groove. They'll need that to continue here. Dearden with trips to his left is going to throw. He's in trouble in the pocket, gets rid of it, and throws it out of bounds.
Great decision.
He got hit pretty hard.
Oh,
now they're going to throw a flag.
Intentional grounding.
This is going to be an interesting call. Are they calling intentional grounding or?
I think he was still inside.
A late hit. He threw him down pretty hard there at the end.
Oh, didn't see that. How's that?
But you're right. Are they? Which way are they going here?
He was still inside the tackle box.
Let's see what the call is.
It's on the defense. You're right. Whenever you see
Personal
finger
foul
pointing,
penalty. You got to be a little less rough quarterback, and
got to be cautious on a quarterback. I know he's been frustrating you all day, so. But you got to understand the referees right there. They're putting extra attention on that quarterback.
Big penalty. It's up to the 33-yard line. 1st and 10. Stansbury. Handoff. Ferry. Fights. Doesn't get much. Maybe 2 or 3 yards. He's up to the 35-yard line. So they'll give him 2. What a night for Tyson Ferry. I don't have it officially. He's got to be leading 4A in rushing. He's got to be at top of the state or close to it.
Actually, don't know how much he has tonight. I think he has around 100 yards, but he's been averaging 180.
They haven't been easy. They've done a great job bottling up for the most part. He's got a couple catches too.
Yeah,
he's got some receiving yards. Some yards after catch. But you're right. They've done a pretty good job bottling him up. He hasn't gone for a big one yet. Dearden threw it behind the receiver, incomplete.
That was 3rd down, too.
That
was huge. You got to punt it away. You have to punt it away here.
We wanted to see what the Ridgeline defense could do, and they get a stop. Even with the penalty, they're able to get a stop. So Stansbury's got a punt with 6:42, down 1. 6:42 left in the game, and Ridgeline will get the ball back.
Good to see Falnisi Vaca out there. It sounds like he just had a case of cramps. Tyson Ferry punted the ball pretty well when he punted before, so let's see if he can get a good field flip here.
High punt, not deep.
See if we can get a roll.
Takes a nice Stansbury bounce. It's going to bounce all the way inside the 30, down to the 28-yard line. That's where Ridgeline will start their next drive. Stansbury defense has got to stop. They're going to have to get another one. Down 1. 6:30 left. Fans filling up. We got fans from this first game, and now we're going to have fans starting to come in for the second game. Before long, the whole west side is going to be packed. Mountain Ridge and Ridgeline fans. Hopefully they keep it civil. You guys play later in the year. Save it for then. Dally. Looks like he's trying to screenplay. White. Got blown up. What a play.
Job.
Number 22, Luke Daines, the inside linebacker.
Oh, my gosh. Beautiful read right there.
With a big stop. He cut right in. He read the screen all the way and made a great play. If Daines doesn't make that play, White probably gets another 10 or 15 yards.
Right. Great pressure. Oh, great wrap up right there.
He had a wall.
Way to shoot that gap. Great job.
Dally. Catch is made. No tackle. He's loose. Finally taken down. It's Daines again, but not before. Livingston gets to the 47-yard line, and it's a Ridgeline first down. What a night for Graham Livingston.
Yeah, it's over 100 yards receiving it for him here tonight. I tell you, that Nate Dale and Graham Livingston, man, that is an extreme connection that's going to be here for the next couple years. Look at that great pass right there. Great yards after catch. Way to pick up that first down.
Dowley's going to hand off White. He's tripped up. Nice play by number 18, Max Olson. Stansbury needed that. Ridgeline now looking at a 2nd and 8 from the 49. Clock runs, though. We're coming up on 5 minutes left to play. Ridgeline with a 1-point lead. Dally, quick over the middle. Ooh.
Great defense. Love it. Way to come down here.
Xavier Patch has had a nice night.
Yes, he has. Without the cramping, this guy is all over the place. Great safety play right there. Way to control the middle. Great job by Patch right there. That was beautiful, aggressive play, perfect timing, way to get in there, deflect that ball. Deflection and incomplete pass is a win on defense.
Dalley's going to throw. Ooh.
Dangerous.
Nice play on the ball, number 14, Mason Maxwell. Dally is fortunate that wasn't intercepted. That's going to force a fourth down.
Right.
So suddenly, Sly, this is a defensive battle?
All right, you get 28 points in the second quarter, 27 points in the third quarter, and now you get all defense in the fourth?
Okay.
First quarter and fourth quarter, right? 0-0.
This is setting up to be a wild finish. We
right.
got 4:41 left. Uh-oh, is it fake? Nope, he's going to kick it. Really high punt.
Ooh.
A rugby-style punt, and it takes a bad bounce for Ridgeline. They're going to down it at the 28-yard line. Sly, the defenses have locked in here. We've got a one-point ball game, 4:30 to go. Stansbury now has a chance to drive down the field to take the lead.
What do, right? Do you score quick?
You get it when you can. You got to get points.
You got to get it when you can, but like, how do you methodically move down the field? Do you give it to Tyson Ferry? Or do you start throwing the ball, run your RPO game like you were doing?
I got to get the ball in Ferry's hands. I need a big play.
You do, because that guy's he's lightning in a bottle.
Yeah.
He gets one crease, he's gone. Nobody's catching this guy. There's nobody's going to beat this guy in a foot race.
They've got to get the ball to Ferry.
Somehow.
First and 10 from the 28. 4:30 left. Dearden, play action over the middle.
Oh!
Ooh, through the hands. Oh, he's going to regret that in film room. You make that catch, you got 20-plus yards. Mason Maxwell through his hands.
He's got a couple drops tonight. That first quarter, he had a few of them. And in the second and third quarter, he was making all the catches. Now it's back to this.
You made that great play just a moment ago on defense.
Yes.
Could not come up with a play there on offense, so it's second down and 10. We got to stop here. The referee
spotted the ball.
They're going to re-spot it. It's in the wrong place. Back to the 28-yard line. There we go. Second down and 10, 4:25 left to play. Ferry not going anywhere.
Oh, it's so rough. They do so much pulling. This is what I would game plan if I was a defensive corner. Do exactly what Ridgeline's doing. Got to follow those pullers. Once you follow those pullers, you take away that cutback lane, because that's where Tyson Ferry lives. He lives in that cutback lane right off of the puller's butt. And if you take that away, that's a TFL every time.
Third and 10 for the 28.
Clock's running. Got to go.
Dearden. Play clock's under 10. Ferry in motion. Dearden out to Ferry. He's got some room. Gets short of the 40.
I don't know. He's got that first down. That's
really
close. That's a first down.
I think that's going to move it. It does. They move the chains.
Give him the ball.
Ferry to the first down. What did we say?
Any type of way you can get him the ball. If you can't run it, get it to him in swing and check down and watch this man work. He is getting it done tonight for sure. RPO.
Over the middle.
Oh! Almost intercepted.
Could not get it again.
Uh-oh.
We got a cramp. I hope that's a cramp.
Yeah, that looked like a cramp.
Again, a lot of these guys playing both ways.
Look
Mason Maxwell's playing both ways.
Right in his hands. He's got to pull it down. The ball hits you in the hands like that, you got to pull it down.
It was a little behind him, but you got to make that catch.
Yeah, you got to make that catch. You're killing your team right now. Well, RPO game, the ball is going to be behind you.
Yep.
Because it's such a quick action from faking the run to throwing the ball. It's not going to be a perfect pass unless you're Patrick Mahomes. So you got to catch the ball. If it's in your catch radius and it hits your hands, you got to catch that ball.
So they will attend to Maxwell. We're going to take a quick timeout while they do. 3:24 left to play. When we come back, it's second and 10 from the 40.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
All right, we're back again. Hopefully cramps. Let's wish Mason Maxwell the best, playing both ways tonight. A lot of kids out here giving it everything they got. Dearden. The catch is made at the 45. He's going to fight.
Hurry up
forward
offense.
to the 47, 48-yard line.
This is what's
2
great.
yards short.
Is they drive all the way down here. They eat up all this clock. There's not going to be enough time for Ridgeline to come back and score. So it's who has the ball last. This is crazy.
3rd down and 2. Dearden, Ferry. Can Ferry get there? He's short, too. They stacked up.
Yes.
That's going to force a 4th down. Here they go again. They already ran a fake punt on 4th and converted.
Can't do that again.
And eventually scored, so they've already used that one up. They're definitely going for it. Here we go. 4th and 2 from the 48.
Watch Ferry here.
Empty backfield.
He's in the middle of the field. It's going to be an option to him. Just throw a hot route right to him. Hot route to Ferry right here.
Ridgeline's going to call a timeout. Ooh, the drama.
Right?
2:17 left to play. 4th and 2. They're going to talk this over. 28-27. Ridgeline leads Stansbury.
Such a beautiful night tonight. This Friday Night Lights atmosphere brings back.
Look at that sunset.
Amazing.
My goodness.
Amazing. Which reminds me, I think somebody was supposed to do some homework the last couple weeks.
Oh, is it? It's time to check the homework.
Yes. Let's see how that homework is. Mary Luz, how's your homework been this last couple weeks?
Can Mary Luz hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Listen.
I thought you'd pretend that you didn't hear him.
Well, I have a 5-hour flight tonight, so I plan to be efficient during my flight and take advantage of the homework that I need to do. I will say I discovered that Friday Night Lights, I know where I can watch it. I watched about a minute of it.
The pass is incomplete, and Ridgeline takes over with 2:12 left. Both teams have 2 timeouts, but now it's Ridgeline's ball with a 1-point lead. Here's another look at the 4th down play.
JT White making plays on offense and defense. Receivers calling for PI.
Didn't get it.
Didn't get it. As I said, you got to get the ball to Tyson Ferry. Got to get the ball to Tyson Ferry there. In that scenario, you got to do it quickly. Whatever you got to do, get him the ball. Wildcat, I'd do Wildcat with him.
They just need to get the ball back. Ridgeline wants to kill this clock and celebrate another victory. Dally, White. White with a couple yards before he's taken down. He's out to just short of the 45-yard line. Gain of almost 3. Coming up on 2 minutes to play. Stansbury just called a timeout.
Mary Luz, that's unacceptable. It's been 2 weeks. I don't know if I can take it right now. You might have to fail this class.
Like I said, I have a plan. 5-hour flight tonight. I plan to take advantage of that time. I want to be efficient.
This is how Mary Luz got through college. She talked her way. She talked her way to her professors. I got a plan, Professor.
I have a plan, Professor. I'm asking for an extension.
Semester's over.
I think it just started.
It really did. College or high school football is great. High school football, only 3 weeks in. All right. You just got an extra movie that we have to put on your plate. That's all. We'll start with the first 3. Friday Night Lights.
First 3.
Friday Night Lights, Waterboy, and then Any Given Sunday. You got to watch those and report back. The fans are waiting. Mary Luz, we need your report.
Next week.
Gotcha.
You have my word, Professor.
I've had worse homework assignments than that.
Right?
That doesn't sound too bad.
Try to make it easy on them.
2nd and 8. 2 minutes left. JT White.
Strip the ball.
Pushes forward about the 42-yard line, and Stansbury's going to call another timeout.
This game's going to end with a 1-point difference. That is so crazy.
Feels like Ridgeline just needs one more first down to end this.
They really do.
So this is a big third down coming up. Third and about 4. Maybe 5. It's in that range. Got to get.
This is huge because if Stansbury stops him here, they'll call timeout again, and then it's 4th down and 4. And then whatever Ridgeline does on that play, it's going to be Stansbury ball. So this third down is huge. Are you going to convert? Are you going to throw the ball? I would consider throwing the ball. But if you throw the ball and it's incomplete pass,
clock stops.
Yeah, well, but Stansbury doesn't need to use the timeout.
They're out of them now. They have none left. So this could be it. If Ridgeline gets a first down. Big play. Dally, handoff, White to the outside, breaks a tackle, first down and more, and that should do it.
How do they let that happen?
What a night for JT White.
Yes, player of the game for sure. Him and Graham Livingston have themselves a game, but JT White, offensively and defensively, was a monster in this game, running the ball extremely well, making all the right cuts right there. That's the right play. All they need to go is victory formation here twice, and the game's over.
Yep, they can kneel that clock away. Victory formation for the Ridgeline Riverhawks, who playing another close game here. Last week they had to come from behind to beat Riverton on their home field, 25-21, and tonight they trailed for much of this game, but find a way to win this 28-27. A missed extra point, the difference.
Another heartbreaker.
Special teams again, Sly. We talk about it all the time. Special teams at the high school level, so important. If you can execute well on special teams, it can make you a state title contender.
Well, that's what it's going to come down to at the end of the season. Stansbury's going to have probably a not so good record when it comes to playoff times, but they're a really good football team, right? And with the
they're
playoff
still the
system,
favorite in their region. There's no question about that.
right?
They play these region 11 teams early. They played Green Canyon last week and lost, and then they fall short here against Ridgeline. But you got to play the best teams in the state
to know what you're up against,
to know where you're at.
And I tell you, by playoff time, they're going to be ready.
Yep,
they're going to be ready.
Both of these teams might see each other again down the road, but for now, it's the Ridgeline Riverhawks who come away with the 28-27 victory. What a ball game. Both of these teams gave it their all. Many of these players going both ways. They overcame cramping and the heat and the pressure that comes with playing in a college environment, and gave us one heck of a ball game. This was fun. 28-27. Ridgeline comes away with the win.
It's a very good football game. Very, very good football game. Both teams are extremely well coached. You know, tremendous athletes on both sides of the football, offensively, defensively, for both teams. It was just a tremendous game to call for us. Coach Alder, Coach Cox, you guys are outstanding coaches, and your players are responding extremely well to you. I know they're going to have a great rest of the season, especially when region play starts. And that's going to make playoffs even better. I think that this is going to be a marquee matchup, and I really, really hope that these two play each other again.
I would love to see a rematch.
I would love to see
that. Was a lot of fun.
This.
Both teams played really well. Somebody had to lose,
yes,
and it came down to one extra point. Sometimes that's how it works. But
that's a statement I hate right there. My grandma used to say it after every time I lost. Well, baby, there's got to be a winner and loser. I know that, Grandma.
Yeah.
I know. I just didn't want it to be me.
Yeah, let's go down to Mariluz Cook.
Thank you, Jeremiah. We've got JT. JT, you're earning this plaque that I see over there, most valuable player of this game, and with good reason. Certainly doing a lot of work on both sides of the ball. What do you feel was working well for you tonight?
My line. Have to give a shout out to my line. I couldn't do without them. And I don't know, we're just a gritty group.
Certainly a gritty group. This is a team that is able to fight from behind, now 3-0 on the season. What would you say, aside from gritty, is the identity of this team?
Confidence. I'd say we're a confident team. Yeah, we come out firing. I don't know, that's it.
You certainly did that. Now, what gave you confidence tonight?
Just good practices this week. We worked hard and just got everything figured out, fixed our mistakes from last week.
All right, congratulations to you. Go hang out with your team.
Thank you.
All right, that was JT White. Back to you guys.
Big night for JT White. 3 touchdowns. A hat trick on the night. 28-27, Ridgeline defeats the Stansbury Stallions. Now we look forward to next week's Sly. We've got a good one. Corner Canyon. We'll get our first look at the Corner Canyon Chargers, ranked number 1 in the state. I'm not sure how things are going against Lone Peak right now. I need to check that score, but pending that, Corner Canyon should be ready to go against Farmington. It's a rematch of last year's 6A semifinal, but Farmington, not the start that we expected them to have. Still, Sly, you got to think that Farmington has the talent and the experience, and they're going to eventually things are going to click for them, and it could be next week against Corner Canyon.
Well, that's the thing is you have your woes, but what's the most important facts? I have a really good coach. You got an NFL veteran head coach and Coach Coates, and you have talented players. You just got to bring it all together, and I think that Farmington can do it. You know, which week are they going to do it? You know, we were talking to Davis the first week of the season. They're like Syracuse and Farmington are our biggest rivals, the biggest thing to worry about. And so they are a dangerous team. You know, right now they're going through their woes. It's just when are they going to click? There's no better time to click than going against the number 1 team in the state.
Look forward to that next Friday night, 7 p.m. kickoff. We'll be at Farmington High School for Corner Canyon versus Farmington, the next game on our schedule. I can't believe we're going to go week 4 next week, Sly. But here we go, a rematch from the 6A semifinals last year. We look forward to bringing that to you. We hope you enjoyed tonight's game. The Ridgeline Riverhawks defeat the Stansbury Stallions 28-27. For our entire Game Night Live crew, Stevenson, Sylvester, Mary Louise Cook, I'm Jeremiah Jensen. So long from Maverick Stadium at Utah State University. We'll see you next week at Farmington. Yeah, we'll send this back. It's makes sense to just do it from here. Okay. All right, post-game wrap in 3, 2, 1. Sam, this game gave us everything we expected and more.